I guess I will get started and I'll just talk into the void for now, but please request to be a speaker and chime in if you'd like to. Actually, the past month I just like had a running list of all the like candies or like rumors or like fake rumors or like CPNs that I really liked and wanted to chat about. And actually, the first one I noted down is from earlier in May, but on the last live Twitter space, I forgot to bring it up, and I don't think anyone else mentioned it either. But it was probably one of my favorite like candies from May, which is the iced bayberry drink story. I'm not sure how many of you actually saw it when I initially tweeted, but basically, uh, this group of turtles, they went to Hengdian, which is where Chen Xinling was filmed in I think 2020, 2020. So the story like happened in 2020, but they didn't post it until more recently. And anyway, it was just super cute. They posted this little audio, like video slash audio on Weibo in the super topic, where they're eating in the store in Hengdian, the restaurant in Hengdian that apparently Xiaojian and Yibo went to eat a lot, where they got their chaoshu or their wontons and some other food items. And so this group of turtles apparently went there for both lunch and dinner, and they like ordered a lot of food at lunch, and then they went back there at dinner and ordered a lot again. So then they got the store owner to start chatting with them, and they recorded, with the store owner's permission, this story from the store owner about when Xiaozhan and Wang Yibo went in one day and kind of like had their usual things, and then they also ordered this iced bayberry drink. Bayberry is a sort of berry. It's like a sort of red, kind of like sour berry that gets made into a drink in the summertime. It's meant to like cool you down and like, yeah, kind of just be like a sweet juice that you drink. And this particular version that the store had was all frozen solid. So the store owner told the turtles the story. One time they'd ordered this drink and they'd only ordered one for the two of them. And when he placed it down on the table, it was frozen solid, and he just noticed that Evil went in and like without saying anything just took it and started basically scraping the frozen solid drink with a spoon to get it into smaller pieces. And apparently this is like high effort because of how solidly frozen the drink is. But anyway, the store owner just said that he was really struck by how Yibo just kind of like silently started mashing the drink into like smaller shaved ice pieces, and then just once he was done, instead of uh, eating any himself, like he didn't even take a single spoonful of it, he just pushed it across the table over to Xiaojian. And Xiaojian also didn't say anything. He just like very casually just like accepted this and started eating it like it was something very common to the two of them, that they did really often. And yeah, that was, I think, probably my favorite candy from May, just because of that kind of like sensation where the two of them don't treat the other person as someone that they have to be polite to, because typically you wouldn't just like let someone go through all that effort for you and just take the drink from them without even offering for them to have a bite of it. And also, yeah, just like the kind of the way the store owner told the story was just super funny. Like the fact that he remembered it after all of these years to tell to tell like the groups of turtles that came into a store. And I did see people like questioning, and I also questioned like, oh, maybe this is just, you know, a made up story or a heavily embellished story for the store owner to get more traffic into his store. But the turtle that posted the video clarified that actually like um, he didn't start telling them the story until after they'd eaten there for two meals and they'd like dragged him into conversation with them, and they'd already ordered the drink for themselves. So it wasn't like he was trying to get them to buy the drink or to sell them anything. So I'm leaning on the side of this story being true, and it's super sweet, and it also lines up with some other rumors floating around, um, from people I think visiting the set while they were filming, like some of those quote unquote fake rumors where people said that they saw Yibo on the side waiting for Xiaozhan to finish filming one of his scenes, and in his hand he was holding the same like iced bayberry drink. and like kind of holding it and waiting it to melt to give it to Xiaozhen when he was done filming. So yeah, that was my favorite candy from May, which I just wanted to share since I forgot to bring it up the last time. Um, what else? I feel like I'm telling a bedtime story to turtles right now. My second candy, which I think I actually didn't tweet, and the reason I didn't tweet it is because it it's basically like a he said she said kind of thing. It's just a same kind of thing where it's from a Weibo post that a turtle made saying that like this thing happened to them, and there was like an audio clip of them going into more details. But I really liked it. I really liked the candy when I first saw it, but I think I just kind of like forgot about translating it in more detail, and then I just forgot to tweet about it. So I also saw this early, not this month, but like early last month, I feel like, and it's a candy, or let's call it a fake rumor since there's no quote unquote proof of it besides what this turtle is saying is true and like this one picture that they had posted. But basically, it's from Street Dance of China last summer. This turtle posted saying that they had a friend that worked on the crew of Street Dance of China, and they asked that friend to just get an autograph from Yibo for them. So the friend just went and asked for the autograph, and Yibo's team agreed to give it. And she also asked if it was okay for her to use a picture of both Yibo and Xiaozhan together for Yibo to sign. Like originally she felt like, oh, like, is that not okay? Because she's only getting Yibo's signature and it felt a bit weird to use a picture of the two of them. So she had her friend ask, and her friend like confirmed with Yibo's team that he was fine with signing a picture of both him and Xiaozhan. And like that in and of itself was already super sweet to me. Um, and then she also said that she asked for the signature. She asked for Yibo to sign and also write like a short phrase to her. And the phrase that she asked for is what's considered like a turtle slogan, which is 来日方长. It's like the little slogan that's in my Twitter handle. You might see it translated as "Come to Japan" by Google Translate. But basically, it means like the future is long, and it's a turtle slogan from this one interview where Xiaozhan says that to Yibo. He says, 没关系，王一博，来日方长, or it's okay, Yibo, like, well, the future is long. We have a long future ahead of us. So it's a pretty well-known turtle slogan, and she asked Yibo to write that for her, which he also agreed to do and wrote it. So this was already like very, very sweet. But the part of this fake rumor, she also provided like a picture that she got with the signatures. So I'm calling it a fake rumor because, pictures can be faked, autographs can be faked. So take this with, a pinch of salt. But then she also said that Yibo's team came back and asked her friend to ask her if she would be willing to wait a few days more, because they knew that Xiaozhan was going to be in the area in the next few days, and if she was willing to wait, then they could also get her Xiaozhan's signature. Because clearly, right from the photo that she picked, where it was both Yibo and Xiaozhan, it was very, very clear that she was a CP fan. And so she said that, of course, she was willing to wait. And a couple days later, they mailed her back the photograph she'd sent her friend, and she'd gotten both Yibo and Xiaozhan's signature on the picture. And she posted, along with her Weibo post, the photo, and you can see Yibo's signature and Xiaozhan's signature on it. So, of course, I felt like that was a pretty massive candy, especially because there was already so many rumors floating around from last summer that Xiaozhan had visited the Street Dance of China set. And even if like that wasn't true and this doesn't confirm those rumors, it's still very telling that like Yibo's team A knew Xiaozhan's schedule and knew that he would be in the area in the next few days, and B, there's enough communication between the two teams that they were also able to get her Xiaozhan's signature as well. So anyway, that was also a pretty big candy that I can't believe I forgot about until I was making this list of candies from the past month I wanted to talk about. Oh, and the other thing from the picture that she posted is you could see that the pin they used to sign the picture was, I think, either like the same, like the exact same pin, or just like the same like style of pin. It was both like the same like gold Sharpie look that they used to sign, or that they used to autograph the picture. I feel like I've lost the screenshot I had of the original Weibo post and the picture of the autograph. So yeah, maybe this will be a oral telling of this candy. I don't think I'll actually tweet it out, especially because I feel like it's another easy point for solos to be like, oh, look at turtles making up candy slash even faking their signatures for their candy, whatever, whatever. So just enjoy it as a good story, I guess. What else? Okay, we're now entering the section of stuff that actually happened this like late May slash the previous month. Uh, One thing that I thought was really nice was the road that um, the fan site 现实狂想 or 祥姐 um, she donated 69,000 uh, renminbi to construct this road in a very rural area of China. And recently the road finished construction, and the charity group that she went through posted about it, and the road's name was Fuji Road. And it even went on Hot Search, which I was very surprised by. Like, I have my own separate thoughts about like why it may have gone on Hot Search, but either way, I thought it was really nice, and I just wanted to like call that out in case people hadn't heard about it or seen it. Uh, but yeah, like the C fandom is super dedicated to charitable work. Basically, all the fan sites donate to charity with the proceeds that they get from selling like merch, from selling photo books. Some portion of that always will go towards charity. And on Weibo, like fan groups can basically organize uh, fan groups under which you do your charity contributions. So there's a platform on Weibo that connects, I think, technically to like a WeChat charitable platform where you can go in and like donate some amount of money and have your contributions count towards a certain like fan club or fan group. And the turtle one is listed pretty much in the top three, I think. Um, the rankings are split based on like different donation types. So there's one ongoing that's like you donate some amount of money to provide free lunch for children in more impoverished areas of China. I think for that one, Turtles have like donated the most out of all the fan groups. And there's a bunch of other ones. I think the only fan group that might consistently donate more, a little more than Turtles, is the one from Xiaofei Shaz. But otherwise, Turtles like are very dedicated towards charitable work. So I thought that was just a really nice thing, and for it to go on Hot Search and maybe have some passerbys also recognize that fans can like contribute more than just like screaming on the internet. Um, yeah. What else? I guess the small candy is um, the passion fruit flavored things popping up in both Googodi's endorsements. Um, the gum that Yibo started endorsing, Stride gum, I'm still not able to track down the video clip of this, but I've seen like many turtles saying that on the live stream when they first announced the endorsement and started selling the gum. Um, in China, they do these like live stream rooms where you go in and the host will like talk about the product and show the product and like basically get people to buy through the live stream. And anyway, when the Stride Gum endorsement launched, uh, in the live stream, the host said, "Oh, like here are the three flavors that like Yibo picked out himself to recommend." And one of the flavors was like lemon, peach. I want to say like it was something pink, and then the third flavor was passion fruit. So then, of course, people went really crazy for that because uh, passion fruit is the alternate name for turtles in sea fandom. I think I explained this in the previous live chat, but in case people missed it or don't know about this, bxg stands for 百香果, which means passion fruit, and it's kind of like the official name of turtles because it's the name given to members of the 博君一笑super topic. So anyway, yeah, that was already very like Side eyes. Why would Evil recommend the passion fruit flavored gum? And then also for the bubbly drink that was recently announced for Xiaozhan, one of the flavors that they're pushing is passion fruit. So, maybe passion fruit is just like a popular flavor in Asia. It's not that common of a flavor here, I feel like. So maybe it's just a popular flavor, but that was just like a small candy I ate this past month, just based on the flavors they're choosing for their endorsements. um, what else? Oh, the other thing is from Tao's birthday. I don't know how many of you are or were previously EXO fans, but Tao, who is an EXO member, which is how I know of him, and who was on the CCTV like variety show that Yibo did. Um, he had a birthday thing where other celebrities sent in VCRs wishing him happy birthday. And so Yibo sent him one, which is expected. He was also on Produce 101 with Yibo, I think. And then he was also on that CCTV show. So it was pretty expected that Yibo would send in a VCR for him, wishing him happy birthday. But what was really unexpected is Xiaojian also sent in a VCR to Tao, which like I don't think they've ever had any public interactions. Um, Xiaojun was also on that one episode of Produce when Tao was also a host, but I don't think they interacted on the episode at all. And then that was, a pretty long time ago. And since then, they haven't had any projects together or anything like that. So it was just kind of like made me side eye that Xiaojun also sent in a VCR to Tao. And then Tao's response was also like a small candy that Turtles was eating because he went, thank you, Zhangge. Like he called him Zhangge. And so I don't know, it just felt like a very intimate form of address if they didn't have any private interactions together. And so like the main like point of connection between Xiaozhan and Tao from, a turtle's perspective is the fact that Yibo had gotten closer with Tao from the CCTV show. So yeah, that was another small candy. Um, and I guess more recent ones from Ling Hai. I know people's opinions are split on eating candies that come from like other semi-famous people posting vague stuff on Weibo. I know some people feel like, oh, they're just trying to get clout and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like Ling Hai is just a romantic, and he clearly like worked closely with Gugu Didi to, like for the composing and then recording of the music for Qing Qing Ling. And anyway, recently he posted at a Akkadian time. I think it was like 2338 is what I have written down, which in Akkadian is uh, love Jan Bo. And basically, it was just this weird romantic post out of the blue where it just like was a small paragraph talking about some love that goes from like ancient times to today and blah blah blah. It was just like a very out of the blue post for him, especially because it was recently revealed that he and his wife had recently divorced. So it can't have been about his ex-wife, and maybe it's about like someone new in his life, but the guardian was also very suspicious. Um, so that was another small candy from recent times. Tracy, did you want to say something?
Hi. I joined because you were talking about that Tao incident.
Yes.
And did you mention I don't know if you've seen it, but the fan cam from like the audience, and when like Shashan's VCR appeared, you could hear all his like Tao's fans. They were like, huh? Like even they were confused that Shashan just appeared there. Like everyone was just so visibly confused. And it just adds to it more because they really had no public interaction. So like, why would he send that VCR?
Oh my god, I did not see that.
It was pretty funny. But yeah, that was my
Yeah,
contribution.
Thank you. I had not seen that. I understand though because it's just like, why?
Yeah,
What's the
and like
reason?
his VCR was different as well because
Oh yeah, I
every
forgot to
everyone
mention
did that. Um,
the
everyone
like
did the
salute thing,
salute,
right?
and then he was the only one that did it. So it's so sus, so sus.
Yeah, that was just hmm, just very
Hmm.
very hmm. Hmm.
You can continue with your
All
candies.
right. Continuing down my list of candies. Oh, someone else joined as a speaker. Hello.
Hello. I just
Hi.
want to add about the Taos VCR. My sister is an XOL. So when she heard that Shozen called Tao, she got a surprise because Tao is a nickname only for his friend, his close friend. So hearing Shozen call Zitao as Tao is kind of surprise to me too.
Oh, I forgot about that too. That Sheldon also used a nickname for Tao. Yeah, that VCR was a very like many question marks moment for everyone involved, I feel like. Um, yeah, what else? Oh, the next thing on my list is from, I guess, pretty old candy. Technically, it's about the Wuji recording. Recently on Weibo, I think for the anniversary of when they did the Wuji recording, I saw a CBXG point out that in the BTS of them doing the recording, you can see that Yibo is holding onto the sheet of lyrics with his left hand. And the BXG's comment was, "Oh, is Wang Yibo left-handed?" And he is not. So I think the suggestion is, I think everyone is just kind of like focused on where their hands, the hands that like Yibo's right hand and Xiaozhen's left hand, it's out of shot of the camera for the BTS, and they're standing pretty close together. So everyone's always been like, CPN question mark, are they holding hands where the camera can't see? And so when this BXG pointed out that Yibo is holding the lyrics in his left hand instead of in his dominant hand, that was like maybe another mark for the CPN that they're holding hands under the table where the camera couldn't see, which I don't know, I just thought was really sweet. The entire BTS for the Wuji recording makes me smile every time I see it. Um, Plus all the like associated old candies around Wuji recording, around the time of the anniversary. I think everyone was just kind of posting the old candies on Weibo and just all the stuff about like all the rumors that people had pushed back something really important for him to be able to get his schedule free on that day to go record together with Xiaozhen instead of the two of them having to record separately. Uh, and
He
also
was in
CPN.
Rome. He flew from Rome back, all the way back to record it. But I just like he was filming Day Day Up, and then he just flew back. Like he didn't have to. Like he didn't. They could have recorded it separately, but he
They
wanted
really
to record
could.
it together.
So anyway, because of that pointing out that Evil is holding the script in his left hand, I think I'm now in the camp of like clowns that think they're holding hands under the table as they were recording Muji. Um, yeah. Any other small candies that I missed, Tracy?
Recently?
Mm-hmm. Because the
Um.
next one is like the big one.
Okay, I think I know what the next one is then. Um. Small ones. I don't think so. I can't remember anything else. Um.
Yeah, I feel like not that much else happened this past month. Yibo was pretty MIA for most of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the other like small one before I talk about the big one that made me go a little insane is the 端午节 doodle, the Dragon Boat Festival doodle that Xiaozhan posted. I don't know, like I feel like I didn't find that many like candies TM in the doodle itself, but just the fact that he put out another doodle for the Dragon Boat Festival. It just makes me think that it's an important festival for him. And while it is like a pretty big festival slash holiday in China, it's not big to the point of like Chinese New Year's, where I would have expected for him to like put out a doodle or some sort of thing for the holiday like every single year. Um, so just from a CPN perspective, I feel like the holiday is important to him because in 2018, uh, on 端午节 is that whole that whole saga where like Yibo and Yangxia went out the previous day to go eat or like have drinks with some previous director of Yibo's, and then in the BTS the next day, Yibo comes in and then Yangxia mentions that, oh, I'm never gonna let you drink again. Your face is all swollen now. And Xiaojun goes, wait, you went out to eat without me, or out to get drinks without me? And then Yangxia like panics. She goes like 肖老师,like 20 times, and then like explains that, oh no, like it was because this director, previous director of Evils came to town, blah blah blah. Anyway, that whole moment was just very like question mark. Why is Yang Jia so panicked about Xiaojun finding out Yibo went out for drinks slash food without him? And then they have that moment where they go and take the picture for the Dragon Boat Festival, where the two of them are holding out the little zongzi. And then one of my favorite, like one of my top 5 BTS moments is when they're done with that photo shoot and they're walking down the hill. They're, of course, as always, very close to each other. And then you can see Yibo's index finger go out slightly to brush the back of Xiaojun's hand.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is like such a tiny moment, but it is one of my top 5 BTS moments.
Wasn't it Xiaojian's hand brushed his first and then Evil like his index finger brushed back? Or am I remembering wrong?
I don't remember if Xiaojun's hand brushed against his first. Double check real quick.
I have that gift saved. Give me a second.
the moment that my brain always like zooms in on is Yibo's index finger like very deliberately going out to brush against the back of Xiaojun's hand.
Yeah, so Xiaojun like brushed Evil's side first, but it was like you can pass that off like as a like quote unquote accident.
Yeah.
But then like Evil's index finger just like goes
so deliberate.
Oh my god.
So anyway, that was all like in the morning of Dragon Boat Festival back in 2018. So this is all June 18th. And then that evening is when paparazzi found out Ivo had sent his assistant to go like wait in line. And so they thought that they would catch Ivo with like a girlfriend or something. But then instead it was Xiaojun. And like also they had their staff with them and like Yang Xia was there too, I think. But just the, I don't know, sitcom levels of comedy where paps are waiting there trying to catch Ivo with a girl, but then the person that walks out with him from the restaurant is Xiaojun. So anyway, it's a pretty common theory because all of the above, that 618, which was the Dragon Boat Festival in 2018, is maybe when they like got together that summer. That's like one of the theories that's pretty popular, especially because we have those paparazzi photos of them coming out of the restaurant. We know what Ibo was wearing that evening, and then the next morning, from the fan site photos of him going to the airport, he showed up in the morning wearing the same clothes. So it's just again a lot of like question marks. And then if you see the clip of Happy Camp, I think it was, that Yibo recorded the following day on 619, he was like glowing that episode. It was just actually glowing. So anyway, it's a pretty common theory that maybe like around the Dragon Boat Festival in 2018 is when they like got together or like when something actually happened. So then that is why when Xiaojun posted another doodle for the Dragon Boat Festival this month, I was like, like maybe there's a reason this festival is important to him, like important enough that he puts out these cute doodles for it every year. I think that was all of the like small candies I had listed. So now for the big one, which really, really threw me for a loop, and it was the previous, the set. Okay, there is a new Xiaojian Studio vlog that came out today, so two two prior to this one, the one from Qingdao, where Xiaojian is eating like all of the different specialties of Qingdao, and his staff is like messing with him. And one of the things that they brought back for him to try was fried scorpions. And I mean, I'm sure most of you have like seen the clips floating around on Twitter already, slash the like audio, like slow down versions of that little clip. But basically, his staff shows him the cup of like fried scorpions, and Xiaojin's like, I'm not gonna eat this. Whoever bought this should eat it. Slash, like, you could also interpret what he said as, who bought this? You eat it. And then in the back, in the very tiny, distorted staff voice that they use for all of his vlogs, it sounds, to me, it like 99% sounds like 给王一博吃, or give it to Wang Yibo to eat. And I feel like most people I saw talking about this moment said that they could hear this. I don't know, like, Tracy, do you see
Yes,
anyone
yes,
saying
I
that they
heard it.
couldn't hear it? Like,
Oh,
normally for stuff like this, I think it's like pretty split. Like, some people are like, oh, I
yeah.
hear it. Some people are like, I don't hear it. But for this one, I don't think I saw any CBXGs say that they weren't able to hear it in the video.
Yeah, all the Chinese turtles I saw were like very confident they heard it.
It was
As
just
for,
so
yeah.
clear. I was so shocked.
I put my head in my head, like, you can't see me, but like, this candy is just so, like, it's so 100% for me. Like, you said 99% for me, like, I'm like
It's
all the way
100.
there. Like, it's just undeniably, like, I heard it, and like literally every single Chinese turtle I've seen also heard it. I don't know how you can deny it.
I guess just what, I don't know. It's just like that 1% for me is like, okay, well, Xiaoya has like, I don't know, I want to say a pretty small team, right? So
Yeah,
the
there's not.
staff in the room that like said it should have known that like they said that and that it got caught on camera. So shouldn't they have done a better job of editing it out? Like instead of putting in the distorted voice, just mute that section and have the music over it, and no one would have ever known.
I don't know. Maybe they missed it, or maybe they thought it got caught up. I don't know how it works. Maybe they thought it got caught up in the distortion.
This is just like one of the many moments where I'm just like, what was the reason?
Shit, gender.
Like maybe they just wanted to fuck with us.
That's so mean. Just drive everyone crazy. But like now that it's out there, I'm sure they know everyone has noticed. It'd be even more sus if they were just like like re-edited the video or something. So it's
It's
there
just out
forever
there
now.
now. It's out there now. And I
And
saw a
it
bunch
like
of
even
solos.
solos can hear it.
Yeah. I also saw a bunch of solos being like, don't believe that video. It was maliciously edited by CB fans. But no, like I hear the Geiwangi Pochu in the original audio, like without it being slowed down or without the frequency being
I
adjusted
do
at all.
too.
So yeah,
Maliciously edited by Shajan stuff.
a turtle on Xiaojian's staff, maliciously edited. But yeah, especially because it's in the context of like him being presented with bugs to eat. And
And
of
his
course,
giggle after they said it.
yeah, and like of course, Wang Yibo being like famously scared of bugs, and Xiaojian infamously chasing after him with the bugs. Like it just like it makes sense that his staff that's like close enough with him would like see the bugs and then be like, oh, haha, give it to Wang Yibo to eat. Yeah, that was. Oh my god, I can't believe that was this past month. That feels like it happened a
Like 3 months
millennium ago.
ago.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes because I'm already very much Shijinda, I'm like 95% most days. Nothing really phases me anymore about like the CPNs or like the candies that pop up because I'm just like, oh, as expected of a Shijinda couple. But then like this still just really got me because of how insane it was that it was just left there for all of us to hear and go crazy over. But yeah, that was, I think that's it for all of the new candies I had noted down from this past month. Tracy, can you think of anything else?
Um, no, but did you mention that our super topic is back to number one?
I did at the very start. Yeah, I
Okay, I
just
missed it
noticed.
then. I'm
Yeah,
just so
I
happy
don't
about
know
it.
what time of day that happened. I know earlier this morning, well, the morning for me, so like midnight in China, we were still at number two, and I was kind of like, oh, are we gonna be able to get back to number one today? But I didn't check afterwards, so I don't know when exactly the rankings changed, but I'm so happy.
It's okay.
Mm,
You know how
yeah.
last year
Mhm.
Tencent dropped like 160 minutes of BTS?
Oh, I didn't know the 160 minutes was from the anniversary last
It
year.
was from the anniversary. Otherwise, they would have just kept us starving all year.
Oh my
But
god.
I'm wondering like how much we'll get this year because
They must have so much footage from the fan meets. Like, come on.
sell
We're
it as like
starving.
a DVD. Like I don't know what's stopping them. Just sell
Like,
it.
just make the money. Why don't you want the money?
What is stopping you?
So, yeah, I'm excited to see. Tracy, do you know like what time they said they'd be releasing the new BTS today?
I didn't see the time. I just saw
I
what
just
they
saw that they
like.
said they
Yeah.
would be
Wait,
releasing.
I'll check the WeChat again to see if there's anything new. But
Yay. Oh, are they
I'm
releasing it on WeChat?
I don't know if they are, but because it was just where I saw the announcement, it
Yeah.
was on the WeChat thing.
Okay. It would be so gross if it was released as a WeChat thing.
But why would they do that?
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, oh, I guess for those of you on this call that haven't seen yet, Tencent announced on their official WeChat account that they would be
not
releasing.
Tencent, but the Untamed
Oh, the
official.
Untamed
Yeah.
announced that they'd be releasing some additional BTS. I think specifically for the like concerts slash fan meets.
Yeah, they didn't say a
So
time.
yeah, vibrating in excitement.
I'm
Um,
so excited.
yeah, and then oh, also speaking of super topics, it's really insane how for most of this week, the Chin Ching Ling super topic has been number one for the drama super topics.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Pretty happy. I know like the drama super topics, not that many people go to them slash posting them. It's
Yeah.
mainly like diehard like solo fans most of the time. Like the top 10 drama super topics, half of them are like Xiaojan related slash like specifically for Xiaojan's character in dramas. Um, so I don't know. And Chen Jing is usually like somewhere in the middle of the top 10.
Hmm.
So I wasn't really expecting it to get number one back because I remember the last time it was number one was when Turtles were like deliberately pushing for it to get to number one. Like in the super topics, everyone was spamming like, "Oh, go hang out in the Chin Ching Ling super topic." And I think it took a little bit of like pushing for it to get to number one.
I've seen them like Turtles posting a lot more this week, and that's how
Mhm.
we got back to number one again.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anyone like pushing for that in the super topic. So I guess it just kind of like happened because everyone was excited
Yeah.
for the anniversary.
Should we talk about the very suspicious sponsor for A Dream Like a Dream?
Oh, sure. I guess I don't know if this is a candy per se. It might just be like a very rich turtle. But basically, the background on this is one of the sponsors of A Dream Like a Dream. I think one of the main sponsors of A Dream Like a Dream is this store that popped up called, their name is Lan Ren Jianguo, which means like lazy person's roasted nuts. But of course, Jianguo is also the name of Xiaozhen's cat. Um, so they're the store that popped up back when A Dream Like a Dream was announced. And the suspicious thing about this store is they don't actually seem to sell anything. Like they have no storefront, they have no products. Their Weibo does no promotion for anything that they're actually selling. And all that their Weibo account so far has really done is run giveaways for A Dream Like a Dream. So they've given away some tickets to see their show, and they've also just given away some A Dream Like a Dream related merch. So yeah, they don't actually, they're a store that popped up to sponsor A Dream Like a Stream that doesn't actually seem to sell anything. So that in and of itself is pretty suspicious. Um, and then also, a lot of the winners of their giveaways have been turtles. You can like see the Weibo accounts of the winners, and a lot of them have been turtles. And then the flowers that they send to put up before the A Dream Like a Dream showings are yellow
Yellow.
flowers. Like it's this wall of yellow flowers instead of, I guess, like yellow slash orange.
Aren't
Instead
there
of the,
sunflowers as well?
yeah, there are sunflowers as well. Um, in sharp contrast to the other sponsors like Rose Only and like Kai Xiao that have that giant like red roses wall that they all like collaborated on. So yeah, basically the rumor that I've seen for this Jianguo store is it's just this really rich Chinese BXG that just wanted to support Xiaozhan, I guess, and also like ensure that they could get to go see A Dream Like a Dream. Because I suppose as a sponsor, I mean, it makes sense that you'd be guaranteed tickets and stuff like that. So the rumor is that it's like a very rich BXG that just, I don't know, had the spare funds to
Imagine
sponsor this
being that
play.
rich.
Yeah, can't relate. Um,
And
and then of
then
course the CPN with like no basis or proof is that what if it's just Wang Yibo bankrolling it?
I think it's so funny. Like we won't know for sure, but it's just funny to think about. Especially because I don't sell anything. Like they could at least sell some nuts, so it's not as sus.
Yeah, like just sell some actual jianguo, like have some sort of a Taobao storefront or something.
Like nothing. They sell nothing.
It's just so suspicious. Hmm, what else? I mean, I think that's it in terms of all the recent candies and stuff. Um, other thing that I thought would be fun to like chat about if more people want to be speakers as well is I just think it's really cute and I love hearing how people first got into the Untamed or like why did they start watching it? First impressions slash like what is the journey from watching the Untamed to actually shipping Bojing Yixia? The funny thing is today on Weibo, I was reading through this post where people were talking about, when slash why they first started watching The Untamed. And I guess over here, I typically assume that like the, natural order of things is you watch The Untamed first, and then you watch the BTS, and then you start shipping them. But a decent amount of CBXGs were saying that they only watched The Untamed because they'd started shipping Bojin Yishao.
What?
I know, I was so shocked. I was like, how does that work? But apparently a bunch of them were saying that like they'd just seen like small clips of the BTS on Douyin, and then maybe like a bunch of their friends were shipping Bojin Yishao, or maybe they just saw stuff floating around on Weibo. So they like started shipping Bojun Yishao first. And I saw one person were like, yeah, I started shipping them for like 4 or 5 months before I decided, oh,
For
I should
5 months.
probably watch this drama,
Oh god, that's so funny.
which is very counterintuitive. And they were saying like, oh yeah, because I watched a lot of the BTS, like I kind of had spoilers for most of the drama.
It's like the funniest thing I've ever heard. I've never heard this before. Like I don't think
Yeah,
it's like this in the international fandom.
I don't think so either. Because
That's hilarious.
I don't think you could just like bump up
Yeah.
against the BTS if you weren't already a fan of the show. Whereas I guess in China, like if you're in the entertainment circles and your Douyin is
Yeah.
like filled with entertainment accounts, it's very possible that you just see the videos of the BTS and stuff
Mm-hmm.
before you actually see the drama.
I actually, when you first said that they like got into shipping for Jin Xiao first before watching, my first thought was like, oh, maybe they were like a fan of some other celebrity and they had watched some award show, like say for example
Mm,
10% awards, and
mm,
that was like maybe they saw stuff and was like, this is a bit sus. But I guess like seeing stuff on Douyin and like Weibo makes sense too.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess like in the summer when it was broadcasting, if you were on Weibo a decent amount of time, you definitely would have seen the hot searches and stuff. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I was just shook. I was like, I can't believe someone shipped Bojin Shell for like 4 months before actually watching The Untamed.
That
Mm,
is a weird way to start the anthem. I mean,
yeah, definitely
how
unexpected.
how how like they ship first, then
I mean,
maybe they saw
they
like
just watched the
something.
behind the scenes. Like
Yeah.
one person said, "Oh, I saw some clips of like the behind the scenes, and it just felt suspicious to me."
But
So I
that's
investigated further and started shipping.
like
Mm,
I'm a fan of the original novel, and I don't really like someone to act like my favorite characters. You know what I mean?
mm,
And I didn't. I at first I didn't want to actually watch the drama, but after watching some BTS, I start to think like, oh, why these kids so cute, and I start watching the Untimed after that.
oh my gosh! So like you were a Modao Zushi fan, but
Yeah,
you also watched the BTS before
yeah,
you watched the drama.
yeah.
That's
I
so interesting.
yeah no.
I did also see on Weibo a bunch of people saying that they were fans of the novel and they went in to watch the drama with the mindset of they wanted to find stuff
To
to like
hate.
hate. They wanted to like
Yeah.
hate watch it
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
A bunch of people were like, yeah, I went in trying to like hate watch the drama and then ended up like falling in love with it.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm one of the novel fans that went in watching not to hate it. I just went in watching like just really happy that a novel I liked was getting a Chinese drama adaptation because
Mm,
I like watching Chinese dramas a lot. And I don't know, I was like seeing knowing that I've seen Sheldon's acting before. I was like, okay, I think he would be a good Wei Wuxie, but
mm,
I didn't really know about Eagle's acting. All I knew, I just knew him as someone like from Unique and knowing that he was very Gaolang. And I was like,
mm,
okay, I think he'll be a good Lawangti, but in terms of acting skills, I wasn't sure. But I stuck through, and then the end of episode 2, when Wang Xian reunited, I was like, okay, I'm getting a bit convinced, even though there were problems with the drama. Like, it's not perfect, but
mm,
the chemistry was like, it started from that moment, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this whole drama.
mm.
And then Bojisha grabbed me by the throat and was like, "Give us now."
I think for me, because this anniversary was coming up, I like went back and tried to pinpoint when I first uh, heard about the drama or modal jushi in general. And I think it was actually back in 2019 when it was airing. I have like this very visceral memory of this is back when I was still active on Tumblr. I have a very visceral memory of scrolling past this gift set of that scene in Koi Tower where Nie Huaisang runs up to Jin Guangyao and like throws himself into Jin Guangyao's into
That
Jin
was so
Guangyao's
cute.
arms and is like, "Help me!" And then I think from the captions of that gif or like from other stuff floating around, I had the like vaguest impression that this was some like Chinese drama with like homoerotic subtext. And like that was really
That's
I didn't know it was text. I thought it was subtext. And that was all I knew. And then at that time, I don't know, I was still like pretty busy in college. And I think I was in some other fandom. So I just wasn't that interested, which now like hurts my soul to think about. Like I could have watched his live
you
when I
could
actually
have.
interacted. But alas, I missed out on all of that. And I only watched The Untamed last year because of the pandemic. I was like super bored. I had nothing to do, and I read a Vox article about The Untamed, which was like really good. and like I think I clicked on the Vox article because previously I'd had an impression of seeing the drama through the GIFs on Tumblr. So I clicked on the Vox article to like find out more about it. And it was like a really well written article, and it basically like sold the drama as like this really good like queer soulmate story, like love triumphing over everything. So I was like, all right, I'm committed. And I think that was what got me through the first episode, like really bad CGI. I'm sorry. I think I would have given
That
up on it
reminds me, like
otherwise.
yesterday I was on Weibo and just like a complete passerby, like casual, not even a fan of either of them. They were like, I'm watching Ling for the first time in 2021. And they were like, the first line almost made me drop the drama, but I kept going and it's actually really good. Like, turns out the plot is really good despite problems with the CGI. And I was like, it made me really proud. Like, the drama
It's
has
just like
such
a
a,
good
yes,
drama. Yeah.
it has such a special place in my heart. Like, I love it so much.
It's just like just even without, the ship and all of that, it's just good storytelling in and of itself. Like I think it did the best adaptation of the novel that they would have been able to get away with.
hmm And
Um,
like, compared to Guardian, which I watched like right before The
mm,
Untamed, that adaptation compared to its novel, I was like, it made me so sad because like they just butchered the story, and I'm glad that The Untamed didn't get that treatment.
mm, yeah, I mean, like obviously there were a lot of changes, but I felt like what was really impressive is like the core storyline and like the core themes of the story
And
were
the core
preserved.
scenes,
Yeah, and
yes.
the core scenes.
Because
Yeah.
so many times, usually Chinese web novels are super long, so when it gets adapted,
Mm,
it's like they cut so much out, or they merge characters, or they'll just like completely change the story. And oftentimes I'll watch the drama and go with the novel, and I'll be like, these are like two completely different things. So
mm,
I'm just so happy that like Modal Doshi was like a good sized novel that meant that they didn't have to cut a lot of stuff or make like too drastic of changes.
mm,
So I'm glad.
I think they did a better job in Untamed than many of the Western LGBTQ shows have done. Um, Very happy that I found the series, and I actually watched and read it at the end of 2018
mm.
and was really excited about the drama. And once I saw some of the first interviews with Yibo and Xiaozhan, I totally started shipping them. And it's
Mm.
quite funny because my daughter was totally giving me such a hard time over shipping real life people. She was like, you shouldn't do that. That's such a bad thing. And I was like, but look at their chemistry. How could you not? I just couldn't
Look at them.
understand.
Has she changed her mind since then?
Not quite. She's a teenager, and I don't know. They're just I think a lot of the teenagers these days kind of have this anti-mentality in a sense when it comes
Mm,
to some types of shipping.
mm.
And yeah, it's quite annoying that we don't really quite see eye to eye when it comes to that.
Oh man. Maybe you can get her to watch the BTS one of these days.
Yeah, maybe. It's funny because all of her friends are totally in love with the series, and we would go
Mm,
to Comic Cons like in 2019, and not many people, especially in Texas, had heard of many Chinese dramas or series then.
mm,
But then we moved to Boston, and when I went to a Comic Con in Boston, it was quite big, and we actually had a meetup, and there were tons of people dressed up as Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, and I actually went as Hua Cheng, and
mm.
it was amazing to be able to interact with people in real life and fangirl over the series. It was great, and I'm hoping the next con I go to in Texas it'll be bigger. I have a feeling it will be because it totally took off in
Mhm.
the States. And when I first found it on Twitter, I actually had a Discord server and promoted the hell out of both TGCF and Modal Jusui, and got a lot of artists into it, and
Mhm.
they started doing a lot of fan art, and I think that it really kind of took off after that.
Yeah, that's so cool. I was really surprised by how much it took off overseas.
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
just like it was kind of crazy watching it from like being one of the few people on Twitter just excited for the drama to like more wishes stands watching it and then like hyping it up because lots of them were doing like live translations and reactions, and then that kind of spread to people who were like animation fans, and then you had like people who like anime and like donghwas also being K-pop fans, and K-pop fans are like majority of the Twitter app, so that kind of spread, and then it being available on Netflix just helped boost people, like getting people to watch it. And I don't know, it was really crazy. Like I went from checking the Tenchi League tag on Twitter like sadly for months before it aired with like no new tweets to like just everyone watching it and becoming obsessed with it. I was like, yes, like people can enjoy this with me.
I
It's
love that.
pretty crazy.
I hope Heaven's official blessing goes that way. I actually got to hang out with Yumi Sukiya at a couple of cons, at the Boston, it was Anime Boston, and then at Anime Dallas. And I think she made such a huge contribution by translating that book, and I'm hoping that it kind of takes off the same way that Untamed does once the drama comes out. I'm really excited about it.
I feel like C fans are also really proud of Kijimi because of how well it did overseas, for sure, and like how it brought more, overall, more notice to like C dramas and Chinese entertainment overall.
I mean, I was so surprised to know that Chen Jinling has so many like overseas fans like this. I was the first time I come to Twitter, I thought like they would have like thousands of fans, like not too many friends. but then it turns out that the number of like international fans are way more than I expected, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that is always a little hard to get across to C fans, because I also hang out in Weibo a lot, and I think a lot of C fans assume, like when people say that they're overseas turtle, they assume that that person is like just someone who knows Chinese or like someone who's Chinese living overseas. And then I always have to like emphasize when I talk to my C fan friends about like when I mention stuff that's happening in like international fandom, I always have to clarify like no, like these like a lot of these people like they don't know Chinese, but like even without knowing Chinese, they still really love the series and they still like see the chemistry between Yibo and Xiaojian. And I just think that's like one thing that was also really cool to me is despite not knowing the language for a lot of people, like you still ship them.
Yeah,
That's
that really.
why that's why we're really grateful to you guys as a translator, because as international that doesn't speak Chinese and doesn't even understand, and we're so grateful to have you guys to translate
Of course,
anything.
gotta share the love.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I guess did anyone else want to share like how they started watching Tintin?
For me, at first I don't even know who is Shouzan and Wang Yibo until the anthem. And actually, I've been skeptical because I keep seeing this on my feed. Then I was like, what's so good about this thing, this drama? And one day on my YouTube, I saw this one video called Lan Wang Jige Panicking. Then I watched that clip and I was like, oh my god, it's so funny. Then I was like, okay, maybe I should start to watch it. And when I started, I can't even stop. Like I've been watching from night until morning. And my boyfriend was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching a gay show. And then they got me hooked up, and then I don't know. That's why I'm still here, because I feel like they're the only CP that give you the session, the vibe. And I know there's she's in the
Yeah, I definitely also binge watched the series, which I guess is the one good thing about coming across it late in the game, is instead of waiting for the episodes to air, I could just binge watch it all in one weekend.
For me, it was like I was a really fan of anime and Japanese media in general. So once, while I was listening to openings and stuff like that, I saw Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation in my recommended. So I clicked on it and I read the comments and I didn't understand a thing. And most people were saying, you should read the book first. So then I realized there was a book, there was a CG drama, there was a live action, there was a donghua, there was a manhwa. So I was like, what do I read first? So I read the novel first. Then I think I watched the donghua and then see the dramas, and I was a bit skeptical about the live action because
Oops, Nadia, we can't hear you anymore.
it's like, is it going to be that good? But yeah, it was that good. So I remember saying like till 2 a.m. while watching.
Oh no, I think her connection is a bit spotty.
Now, for me, I'm a big fan of audio drama first. For those who see audio drama. So I listen to the audio drama first, and then I stumbled upon CKL when I heard that they cast the voiceover for Wei Wuxian, the same voiceover. So I watch it first, then I get stuck into the Ethan hole.
Stuck in the pit forever.
I guess everyone has gone through that same phase. You're stuck and you can't see the way out.
Yeah, I was a Wang Xian slash like purely just like Qing Qing Ling fan for a decent couple of months after I watched the drama. Like now that I think back to it, I'm a little confused like why I didn't watch the BTS or the interviews like earlier, but definitely for like a good 3-4 months after I first watched the drama, I was really only into Wang Xian, and I like only read Wang Xian fic. I wrote a couple Wang Xian fic, and then I actually started shipping only after I started watching Street Dance of China. And then because of Street Dance of China, I was like, oh, these actors of Lan Wangji and then like Wei Wuxian are like, oh, they're like pretty cool outside of the drama. So then I went back to watch the behind the scenes and all the interviews and stuff. And then I was like, something is suspicious here. And that is how I got started in terms of shipping. Even though I watched the drama back in like March, I didn't start shipping until like late summer of 2020. But yeah, unlike latecomers like me, there were actually a bunch of people that were already like very interested in this drama back in 2018. And I went back and like you know how there's the list of original 49 rumors? I went back and tracked down screenshots of the original Weibo post comment section back in 2019, which is where a bunch of people that went to visit the set or were perhaps crew members on the set. There was this Weibo post back in 2018 under which in the comment section everyone was sharing what they had seen. And this is what got consolidated into that like original list of 49 rumors that's been floating around since late 2018.
One thing I love about the fandom is how diverse it is. Like if you go onto Facebook, you'll see like grandmothers fangirling over the series. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, the age range was really surprising to me too. Also, Lotus, I keep adding you as a speaker and then you get bumped back to a listener, so I'm not sure if that's happening like automatically as a bug or if you changed your mind about speaking. I wish this Twitter space would let people like text comments, like the way that YouTube lives work. Okay, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, that took a while. I'm so sorry. So I just wanted to talk about how I joined the fandom. So basically it was like last year, from Twitter, there were so many people talking about the drama on Twitter, and I wasn't really part of like the Chinese drama fandom at all. And I kept on seeing all these posts, and I was like, oh my god, this must be really popular. But you know, the thing about me is that when something is super popular, I tend to like shy away from it because I'm like, what if it doesn't meet up the hype, as they say? And then I took a chance and I like watched I started watching the first episode, and oh my gosh, the first like 10 minutes or something, I was like, oh, the dubbing and then the CGI, it like really threw me off. And then I put it aside and I didn't watch it until like maybe a month or two later because I was busy with school. And then I started watching it again. And then this time I continued, and oh my gosh, I was hooked after like the first episode. And I kept on watching it and binge watched it and finished it within like 2.5 days. And then I was like, oh, I should see like behind the scenes of this show because I really like it. Because I was like withdrawal at that point.
You just want to see more.
Right? Exactly. And so I went on YouTube and then I saw like the first like BTS or something, and I think it was when they were, it was when they were on the boat, the Lotus Pier boat, and I was like, oh, this is so cute and everything. And then I was like, oh no, I shouldn't start shipping. No, I can't. Fast forward 1 day later, I'm like, so where's my next fix of this? And yeah, and then I just kept on watching more videos, and I was initially on Tumblr a lot because they had a lot of like gifs and stuff on there. And then on Twitter, I guess I started seeing like more like shipping like cpns and candies and everything, and then that's what like really got me in, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so real. So yeah, that was the end. Fast forward 1 year later, and here I am.
Here you are. Here we all still are.
Yep.
We are still here. It's like the anthem is really makes people like addicted to, you know. And plus the CP Bojumi show. I don't know. It's like my everyday vitamins. happy happy pills.
I definitely understand. Yeah, definitely this has brought me a lot of joy in the past year that otherwise would have been pretty sad just being in lockdown. Um, yeah, unless there's any other comments here, I thought it would be fun for me to just kind of go through these screenshots I found and to kind of like read through these like original the origins of the like original list of 49 rumors, and then we can see like how many of them we've actually now seen in behind the scenes videos. So yeah, so these are all from the comment section of this one Weibo post, and most of these are from like October 2018. There's a couple from a bit earlier in the month. Most of these are from like October 21st, 2018. So the first one says, the OP says she was a Xiaofei that went to the set to kind of see Xiaozhan, and she saw that there was a guy crew member who oh, I'm reading this the other way around. So this is someone who is present. OP doesn't say like if they're a crew member or if they're a fan. Anyway, it just says probably a group of Xiaofei went to visit the set to see Gege, and a male crew member, like from very far away, looked at them, looked at the Xiaofei and said to some CP fans, what is there so good to film? He and Wang Yibo every day are stuck together, like a pair of best friends that are like really sweet together. And then someone else underneath this commented saying, they heard another staff member saying, Wang Yibo and Xiaozhen are giving out candy every single day. And then Wang Yibo is cold even to his assistants, but he's sweet towards Xiaozhen, which I feel like is pretty accurate of their behavior. Like, I can't imagine going to visit that set as a solo fan and then like seeing their behavior around each other in real life. I think I would probably just keel over on the spot.
I think solo fans back then were really sweet though, because I don't know where this BTS is from. Maybe one of the DVDs, but I saw it on Douyin, and it was like this Xiaofei was giving like presents that they had organized to Xiaozhan. She was like, okay, this is this, this is that, and then she's like, oh, and this bag is for Wang Yibo, and he was like, and then Xiaozhan was like, oh, thank you, and I was like, they prepared a gift for Yibo. That's so sweet. But I guess it was different back then.
Things were different. I mean, they're still really sweet solos. It's just you normally don't see them.
True.
Okay, this next one. I actually think I've seen a video of this at this point. So it's OP describes that Xiaozhan, Yibo, and Wang Zhuocheng, the three of them, were standing together in a clump. And Xiaozhan was talking to Wang Zhuocheng, and Didi like stomped his foot, and Xiaozhan was facing away from him, so he didn't see. And then so Yibo pulled Xiaozhan back over to him, and then stomped his foot again. And then Xiaozhan imitated him, and also stomped his foot. And Wang Zhuocheng was just like, ... I feel like I've seen this in a video. Maybe I'm just confusing it with that one BTS where it was the three of them standing around together. But I feel like I vaguely remember seeing a video of
I'm
like
trying to remember.
Yibo being frustrated that Xiaozhan was talking to Wang Zhuocheng and ignoring him.
I feel like I have a vague memory of this, but I'm not sure if like I'm making it up. Was it at the Changsect Manor? Where
I can't
was it
remember
that
the
one?
specifics anymore. Maybe just getting things confused.
I'm sure someone will find it later and will be like, yes, it's
Yeah.
this one.
The same poster also said that Yibo really frequently would sit in the same car as Xiaozhan to play video games together, to the point where one time he accidentally almost got into the wrong car.
I think a lot of people have seen this one.
I think I've definitely seen the clip of people accidentally getting into the wrong car, or like almost getting into the wrong car.
Like almost, and then he like half gets in, and then he's like, oh wait, and then gets out. It was just so like he didn't even think about it. It was like a habit.
Once again, emphasizing that these are from October of 2018, so it was way before most of these videos were released, I feel like. Okay, this next one.
There's a video of that, the one that Ivo going to the wrong car, right?
Yeah.
And he's like shy. His face is so I don't know. I just find Ivo is really cute.
And then the next one, oh, we've all seen this one, I'm sure. It's about Xiaozhan chasing after Wang Yibo on the night of his birthday with the bug and shouting like Wang Yibo, Wang Tiantian. There's a big bug here, and then chasing after him, and then Yibo running, and then them like running and laughing together. And then this poster said they heard a crew member say, "How come?" So they heard one of the crew members comment, "How come this sounds like something that you would hear in a brothel?" I guess the word used here is like the way quote unquote brothels were, like the word used here is tinglo, which I think the most direct translation would be like brothel, but it's more, I think what comes to mind is in like ancient times in China, you would have these places where people would go to like drink and like eat some food, and then
and get entertainment.
there would be, you know, entertainment of various kinds. And I guess just like, you know, a lot of laughter and like people chasing each other around. And that is what spurred this comment. But I mean, we've definitely seen the video of Xiaozhen chasing after Evil with the bug.
It's also you guys know the scene in the novel where Lan Zhan gets drunk and then he plays hide and seek with Wei Wuxian. It's similar. That's also a scene where that's like, how do I say it? Like, it's very flirty and you'd see it in like a brothel setting, and that's what made it like, and that's why when they talked about this at the script reading, why like Xiaozhan was so like shy about it, and like Evil was laughing, and then yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
The next one, I guess, is a more general comment. Is sometimes if they're bickering and Wang Yibo isn't able to like verbally win the fight against Xiaozhan, he would just keep calling him "ge ge," and then until afterwards, Xiaozhan was like, "Stop calling me that." I feel like we've seen this in like interviews that they did together, where like Yibo gets flustered and he just goes "ge ge ge."
I know which one this is. It's the one where they were doing the interview outside, like either before Janka Didi Ani, like the one where they're sitting outside and then it's a clip. I don't know if it was in the official interview or if this was like a behind the scenes, but it was one where Ivo was just like go, go, Janka, go. I think it was when he was flustered though, rather than getting Xiaozhen's attention. But
oh, is that the one where Xiaozhen was complimenting him, like
I
rainbow
think so.
farting,
And then he
Yibo
was
got
like,
flustered?
he was like, go, go.
It was so
Like
cute.
same energy.
Same energy. And then one of the comments on this says that Wang Yibo also really often will hit him, and it's because verbally he can't win fights against Xiaozhen. And then, the next one, we've definitely gotten BTS of this. It says that Xiaozhen in private has flirtily called out Lan Er Gege before.
Yeah, we've seen the fan site behind the scenes for this.
We've seen video for this. And then one said, there was an interview where at the very end, Xiaozhan insisted on running over to make Yibo put on a black cat ear headband.
Wasn't it? No, I saw this video the other day.
Was this the one you subbed, Tracy?
Yeah, it's the one I subbed. So Ibo, he chose black cat ears for Xiaozhan, and then even though Ibo didn't lose, the staff made him wear anyways. And then so Xiaozhan picked the white bunny one for it was white bunny ears with a carrot on it. But yeah,
that's what was in the video. But this
yeah.
one, the comment says Xiaozhan ran over and made Yibo put on the black cat ears headband.
Then we didn't get that on video.
Maybe we didn't get that on
the
video.
video ended, and then because I think staff called them off, and Ivo went away first, and then Shahzhan was loitering around, and then he put the headband on Yubin's shoulder, and then he left. But if this rumor is true, then he got a hold of the black cat one afterwards, and then went to harass Ivo. Then,
if I'm not mistaken, that's from the interview where Yubin interviewed them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very short. It's only like a minute, but the full cut's like 8 minutes.
Oh, really? 8 minutes? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, need to
that
find
was,
that.
yeah. The next one says when Yibo was sick, Xiaozhan would pour warm water for him and also give him cough drops, which I believe that.
Yes. That is.
And then this next one says, it's just a comment with some crying emojis. Have you seen Didi give another celebrity I don't know how to phrase this, like a reflective board before, a light bouncing board? Like, I think this is referring to that one interview where they did where Yibo is sitting to the side of Xiaozhan, and Xiaozhan goes, "You're blocking my light. You're blocking
And then he
my light
becomes
source."
the reflector.
And then he stretches out his like huge ass Lanwanji white sleeves to like.
No, he was wearing the blue one, but
the blue one.
Yeah. I don't know, it was the blue one, but yeah, he got his like, yeah.
He like stretches out his sleeves and it's like,
Yeah.
I'll reflect the light for you.
And no, he hasn't done that for anyone else.
And then this one, this one we have pictures from Xiangjie. This one just says, oh, when the two of them were getting off work, Xiaozhan was walking in front, Yibo was walking in the back, and then Xiaozhan just like very casually took off his like jacket and revealed a lot of skin.
Xiangjie and her pics. So good.
Yibo just followed behind him. Maybe this was Xiangjie commenting this in 2018.
邀请小江
Exactly.
taking off his. Oh my god. Anyways.
Okay, this next one is about Produce 101. It says they both went to participate on Produce 101, and even though they were clearly already very close to each other, they had to pretend like they didn't know each other. But then once it became Guga's turn to perform, even though Didi was there as a judge, he left it just says he like left. It doesn't say left where he, I guess assuming he left the table or left where the judges were sitting, even though there was clearly 2 more performances until it was his turn. And then it says, when they were standing all in line together, after Yibo finished speaking, Xiaozhan like subconsciously like in response. And then the ending of the comment is like on the show they had Wang Yibo go up to start dancing, and even though he usually like loves dancing and loves performance, this person just says that day his performance was like more awkward than usual, and he didn't seem as relaxed as usual. And then Gogo was standing in the back, just like small movements, dancing along with Didi's movements. And then this one says, it also says when the director pointed out Gogo's like standee to Yibo, his reaction was also like very unique. I think we've seen all of this on video from Produce 101.
Yeah, like we've seen like Xiaozhan watching him do the dance and stuff, and then I don't remember. I haven't seen that director one though.
I think it's like the director isn't on camera, but it's that clip of Yibo. He's going through all the standees of the different guests coming onto the show, and then when it gets to Xiaozhan, he's like, he like is trying to play it cool, but he goes
like I don't know this person because I don't remember that, but it's been a while since I watched it. I just remember I think it was Ella. She was like, this is she was going through like everyone, and then she was like, who is this? And then people were like, Xiaozhan, this is Xiaozhan. That's what I remember. And then also, what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. When Xiaozhan came and then pretended to be a cameraman, and his nickname, he for some reason decided to make his nickname Borger. Like, okay, that's fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. And this just reminds me of, is it a BTS or a rumor where before they went on Produce 101, Xiaozhan was kind of nervous and he was like, what if they make me dance? I can't do that. And then Ibo was like, don't worry, I'll do it. Like if they make you dance, just sing and I'll dance. I can't remember the exact words, but
I remember that. Yeah. And then underneath that one was just another like observational comment, which is the fact that they pretended to not know each other on the show kind of indicates that they really weren't intending to like heavily market themselves as a CP. Like if they had been intending to like garner popularity from pushing themselves as a CP, like they would have tried to gone for some more like interactions on the show, because it would have been a really good opportunity
like,
for them.
Oh, we know each other because we're filming a drama like right now. In nudge nudge, but
yeah,
they didn't. Which I thought was so weird because I didn't have this whole like mindset of like whether or not they wanted to do the CP thing. So when I watched the episode, I was like, why are they pretending they don't know each other? I was like, where are my interactions? But then when I remember like when Ebor performed, you could see like there was some cuts to the backstage area and you could see like Shaja just like vibing and like just having a good time. That was cute.
Produce 101 was so cute. Wang Tiantian. Mm, okay,
I
this
just
next.
thought of sorry. I thought of that interview where Xiaozhan was explaining like that he didn't mean to call Wang Yibo Wang Tiantian. He was just like reading comments and was like, "Who's Wang Tiantian?" And then Yibo was like, "It's me. Wang Tiantian is me." That was well. Okay, anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. The next one is this person saying that they just heard that for filming the scene where Lan Wangji gets drunk, in order to kind of like get into the scene, Yibo drank a little bit, but definitely not enough to like be drunk. Like he just drank a little bit. And then they heard that when they were filming that scene, he like basically used the fact that he drank it a little bit as an excuse to like stick super closely to Xiaozhan the entire time. And the two of them like sat on the ground together laughing, which I can see that happening.
Which drug scene was it? Was it like the younger Cloud Recesses one, or the chicken one, or the one where they were back in the
It says the chicken one.
the
Yeah,
chicken
it says
one?
when they were filming the scene where they were stealing the chickens, they
And
squatted
just
down
like
on the ground together laughing.
that's so cute. Give me the BTS for that.
I know. There's still so much that we haven't gotten BTS for. At fansite judges. All right. Let's see what else. The next one, I feel like I've seen this floating around just as a rumor. It says when they were filming the scene where Wei Wuxian like falls off the cliff, cry emojis, in order to kind of help direct them, the director wanted Yibo to hold onto Xiaozhan's hand more tightly, and so he shouted out to him, "That's a very important person to you."
There's a BTS for this. I've seen it.
Did we
Um,
actually hear what the director was saying?
I'll
I
find a
remember
clip and
BTS
send
said
it to you
this,
later.
okay.
But I'm pretty sure like you could hear a bit, unless I'm remembering wrong. But I remember seeing it on Douyin. I think he was like, "他是你的唯一." Unless I'm like, I hope I'm not making like straight up making stuff up. But I'm like certain I've seen this.
Okay. This one we have video for. It's just describing that after they like play fought for a bunch of times, they finally ended up standing side by side, and then Didi reached out his hand to stroke Gogo's hair.
Yes.
From like one of his front strands of hair, like from the top to the bottom. He stroked it for a really long time, and then a string of cry emojis. We have a
What was the
video
reason?
of this.
What was the reason?
Okay, there's another one that's saying they just saw that while they were waiting to film the next scene, Gugu had his hand on Didi's shoulders, perhaps like helping him fix his clothing. And then later, another fan, said that they saw Didi put his hands on Gugu's shoulders, which we've seen this in many variations by now.
Many.
Many. And then
The one where he puts his arm on Gogo's shoulder and then
he just like leans forward.
No, and then Xiaozhan like goes to like fix his hair or something, but he was like stubbornly keeping his arm there, even though it'd be like easy to take it off. It's like he's just this boy. Yeah.
Okay, someone else said once Didi had a cold, and Gogo brought him water, and also like gave him instructions for the medication. That like, oh, you can only have one of this.
Did we get a BTS of that?
I don't think so. Not that I recall. And then this one is just a super fragmented comment. Just said, Yubo shouted, "Zhanga hit someone," and repeated it 4 times. And then also said, "Xiao Laoshi is looking into the mirror," and then repeated it 3 times. Which is pretty accurate. Yubo repeats phrases a lot when he's excited. I find it so cute.
It's so cute. He's like, everyone has to know multiple times.
Mm. Okay, I'm flipping through this comment section. Oh, this one is the one where I was like super shook. It's describing when they were filming that scene. It was indoor, filming an indoor scene, and then the two of them were standing pretty close together, and there was a bunch of other people standing around them. And then the minute the director shouted cut, Dee Dee suddenly choked Gogo. And then Gogo was surprised at first, and then afterwards, like, was very cooperative and lifted his
Not
head
this.
and pretended that he was getting choked. And then this person says they saw this happening at least twice, and then Seojun would also occasionally go and like play around with Shijie and Wang Zhuecheng, and will also like joke around with uh Lan Xichen, and then Yibo would also like interact with other people, but pretty much the entire time his eyes would be fixed on Xiaojian, and his entire body would just always be facing the direction of wherever Xiaojian was standing. It's so funny. I feel like there's a bunch of comments in here just like screaming. I guess like if I had just seen this in text form, I would be like, who's writing fanfics now?
And
But
yet we've
we have
seen the
the
BTS.
BTS.
It is even worse when you like look at all the other people's faces around them and you're like, oh my god. Like they just have to put up with that.
What was the reason?
I mean, he couldn't even control himself at award shows, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It was
And
amazing.
concerts as well. Oh, like Evo's poor fan sites is screaming like, look at the front, we can't take good pictures of you.
Side profiles only. This next one, I think I also remember seeing the video for. It just says they were filming an indoor scene, like a pretty serious scene right after Wei Wuxian kind of started taking the dark path. And then the minute the director shouted cut, Didi put his sword up against Guga's neck, which I I feel like I've definitely seen this, perhaps multiple times.
I'm trying to think. I think I've seen it too. It sounds familiar. He always does that and they all blur together. Like he's always putting his sword up.
It's just all blurring together. And then there's just a bunch of descriptors here of the two of them like fighting together. One time, like Yi was suddenly shouting to everyone, like, "Oh, Xiaojun just cursed," and then just that they were filmed multiple times, like of the two of them just like fighting together like elementary school students.
There's so many clips of
It's
that.
just. And then, this next one says, clearly, even though when Didi was playing with professional female volleyball players, and I guess playing like rallies or something with them, he could win. But when he was playing with Xiaojian, he would always lose to Xiaojian, which I believe that.
He's so competitive, especially when you take into account that like when he's like playing around with Xiaoxiao on set and he loses, and then in June during when they were filming when he went to Happy Camp, if you've seen that episode, he's crazy competitive. Like when he was like doing all these games against the next boys from Yeha, like he was just like his competitiveness is like scary. Like he's so determined to win. And then with Gogo, he's just like, whatever, it's no big deal if I don't win. It's annoying how obvious he is.
I hate it. The next one, short and sweet. The commenter just says, when Guga is tired, he would just lean his head against Didi's shoulder.
Have we seen pictures? I feel like I've seen like maybe.
Maybe? I don't know if I remember ones of Xiaojian leaning against Yibo.
I think what I'm thinking of is a doodle of from a rumor like this, and then someone like drawing out the rumor. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. But I believe it.
I believe it. The next one I also believe because we saw them do this on the Ting Ting Xiang Xiang episode. It says when they had dinner together with a bunch of other people, when they left, they did the commenter calls it the hip hop style of handshaking. Like, you know, that whole routine they did on Ting Ting Xiang Xiang.
Yes.
Oh, this one we also got video for. It's from, again, Yibo's birthday when they were slicing up the cake. And then after Xiaozhan started eating, Yibo cut another slice and then asked, do you want another one? And then Xiaozhan was like, do you want to fatten me up to death? Definitely seen this video. There's a bunch of comments underneath this being like, is this fake?
But it's not. Like, it's not. The way he cut the first slice for Xiaozhan when like young Xiao was right there. Xiaozhan's like, can you not? Like, give it to the directors first. And then he gave Xiaozhan extra chocolate as well. He really wants to fatten him up.
Oh, this one is just, I think, probably not even just a rumor. Like, it's just fact. I think this happened after the case. Yeah, this was October 21st. It just said that after the X9 concert, instead of going along with his bandmates, Gogo went to see Yibo and Xuanlu, and also they took a picture together, which I don't know why it was left here as a rumor. I think by this point, like, Xuanlu had already posted the pictures and exposed them.
Like, on the day.
Oh, this one says when they play games together, because Gogo would lose a lot, he would, like, playing video games on their phones, because Gogo would lose a lot, sometimes he would, like, cheat and, like, pull at Yibo's hand to get him to mess up. And then Wang Zhicheng would be on the side with his face like, what is going on?
That's so funny.
I believe this.
He would do that. I wish there was like a BTS for this. If they're playing on set, but I don't know.
Okay, another person writing that when Xiaozhen was tired, he would like lean against Yibo / put an arm around his neck.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this rumor in an accompanying stick figure doodle.
The stick figure doodles sometimes are so funny.
Yeah.
Next one, just a short comment saying Didi was hitting Gogo and saying, "You're dodging. You're not allowed to dodge." I believe it. Oh, this one is just a rumor. It says, I think I've seen this rumor before too, that when they were at the airport together, originally they weren't on the same flight, but in order to be on the same flight as Soja and Yibo changed his tickets, even though there weren't any first class tickets available.
Wait. Was this the flight they took together after the bazaar shoot? Because that doesn't sound like it. It was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so from that description.
This comment was from October 2018. Bazaar shoot 2018?
Yes, it was, but I didn't think it would make sense for them to have different flights because they were that flight that we know of. They were going back to set, so like they would have probably already been on the same flight. Does that make sense? Like, why would they go back at different times after going to the photo shoot together? It was like July, I think, or like sometime around that time in 2018.
Yeah,
probably a different flight.
Yeah. And then okay, I think these are just random quotes from interviews that someone put in this comment section. It looks like from Yibo. One says, he said, I have a actor friend that sweats a lot, and if it were me, I would gift to this actor friend something something, and then he likes the type that he likes is both gentle and playful, and then he wants to have both a cat and a dog. I think these are from interview quotes from Yibo. I'm not sure if we ever saw it officially. I don't think I remember these.
I'm trying to remember. I've never come across I have an actor friend who sweats a lot.
Mm. Oh, this one I think we've seen video of, which is when Didi's hand got injured and he lifted it to have Xiaozhen look, and then Xiaozhen just like glanced at it very casually, and Yibo like was not satisfied and then pulled him back, and Xiaozhen like inspected it very closely for a second time. I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
there's like many BTS clips of this.
Oh, this one we've definitely seen. It's describing the whole wontons mess.
No, head
Yeah,
in
someone
hands.
commented, yep, when they were filming, Gugu was accidentally hit Yibo's chin, and then after they finished filming, Yibo like kept lifting his chin up at Xiaozhan for him to look at his injury, where he was injured, and then Didi like dodged and didn't let Gugu look, and then Xiaozhan was like, okay, I was wrong, and then afterwards, Didi let him look at his chin where he was injured. So yeah, we've definitely gotten BTS of that. And then this one, oh, I think this is the origins of the rumor that they did film the tree jumping scene. It says they filmed that scene twice, and then both times they fell, and then they just like sat on the ground laughing together. And then this person doesn't know whether they successfully filmed the scene afterwards.
I think this is like the only one, or like one of the few 49 candies that there is no evidence
There's no
of.
footage
Yeah,
of.
footage of.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Today.
Maybe on
Today.
Jin's 3rd anniversary.
No, today.
Oh, the next one says both Yibo and Xiaozhen have read the original novel. Xiaozhen read the uncensored, unchanged version, and Didi read the like censored, edited version.
I remember Yang Xia, she talked about it, so it has been confirmed. Although I see many people being like, I think you've all read the uncensored version, but I don't know. Only he knows.
Just didn't admit to it.
Yeah, only he knows.
Well, this one says that frequently, like Xiaozhen would joke with Shijie about like inside jokes from the novel, and then Yibo wouldn't be able to like know what they're talking about.
Yeah. I think
Maybe after that happened a couple times.
He was like, I need to go read it.
Yeah.
I can't be left
I'm
out.
gonna go read. Just another comment about how Xiaozhan likes to verbally bicker with Didi a lot, and then Didi wouldn't be able to win, so then they start play fighting. And then it says, so that's why 9 out of 10 leaks from the set are them fighting. And then another comment from the birthday BTS about Gugu chasing after Didi, which we've seen. Oh, another comment about them going out to eat together for the Dragon Boat Festival, and then got caught by the paparazzi. And then, it says after they finished eating, they took a walk together.
I believe it.
I believe
Especially with the vlog today, Gogo saying like, what did he say? He was like, he likes taking walks or something.
Oh my god, I didn't even finish watching the vlog because I was subbing as I watched. This one says, which I think we know already / knew, when they were in Guizhou filming, they didn't live in the same hotel as the other members of the crew. They were in another hotel and they lived in rooms across the hall from each other, and in the evening they would go to each other's rooms to play video games. Dog face. This one, oh, we got video of this one. When they were resting in the crew, Xiaozhan would tease Didi and go, "Oh, so then how do you want me to call you? Lan Wangji, Wangji, Wangji Xiong, Lan Zhan."
Call me
We've seen
Wang.
video. We've seen video.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. I guess this is the origins of all of the rumors of them going to the bathroom together.
Yes.
This person says the two of them went to the bathroom together, and then Xiaoren jumped onto Yibo's back. I guess like for a piggyback ride. Hello?
Silent screams.
Silent screaming. Okay, this one, oh, I haven't seen this one before, I think. It says when they were filming, Yibo made this off that he liked to eat biang pi, which is, I guess you could call it cold noodles, and then he just like mentioned it offhand, and then Xiaojun just remembered it, and then later he bought it for him to eat.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, and then a addition onto the cliffside scene. This person says, first it was Xiaozhan complaining / sajiaoing that Yibo was holding on too hard and it hurt. So then Yibo like let go a little bit and didn't hold on as tightly anymore. So then that's why the director from the side was like, oh, he's someone super important to you. You have to hold on tighter. All right. That is all of the origins of the original 49 rumors. I feel like so many of these actually we got videos of. I think what gets me is like most of the times, unless the rumor is coming from like red green circles or something, like 99% of them I just read it like fanfic and I don't really believe it's real. So then that's why it like really shook me that there was all of these from 20 years. If I had seen the corresponding BTS like someone's writing outlandish fanfic again, like especially the like choking one. Like, hello?
I would not believe that. I mean, like, someone's like just straight up making stuff up.
Like, yeah, if I hadn't seen the video and I read that in the rumor house, I would just 100% chalk it up to one of the like fan fiction ones that get submitted.
Yeah. This one that I think is so sweet is the people just sitting there and crushing up the ice. Was it like shaved ice? Whatever dessert.
Yeah, the bayberry drink.
Like, just thinking about it, it's so sweet.
It's so sweet. Okay, I also went back and downloaded like from the explosion of all those like compilations of fake rumors and stuff that was posted onto the super topic when the admins of the super topic first opened it up a couple months ago. I also went and saved some other like rumor compilations. I don't know if people are interested in just sitting here and listening to me read through these rumor compilations.
Well, I don't mind, but I don't know about everyone else.
I don't know if there's anything else people wanted to like chat about, or this could just become a fake rumor reading hour.
I'm up for it. Yeah, might as well.
I have an addition to one of those stories where they kind of feed each other. I think there was this one story we did from Motos. They went to the shop where Yibo apparently likes to order their CP porridge or kanji or something. And there was this one time, I think they were informed that uh that kanji was also something that Evo likes to give to Shaojan. And they apparently saw there were apparently rumors of it. There was one submission at the rumor house with the same about the same Honji where they saw Honibo and Shaojan just feeding each other that Honji. And yeah, and apparently motos really don't like talking about that.
I love hearing about things that's like solos hate talking about it. Like, you know, there's online ads that are like, there's one secret that your dermatologist would hate for you to know. It's like that, but it's the bjyx fake rumor.
List of rumors that sellers would hate for you to know.
Okay, so this one is one I saved. That is a list of 59 rumors. So just as, you know, a caveat, don't know what the source is for these. Uh, just take it with many, many handfuls of salt. Um, this was just posted as a compiled list inside the super topic and I saved it. So no idea what the source is. And it's not, I don't think a lot of these are like the filming related ones where we have video. This one is just, I don't know, just a list of fake rumors. Number one is bjyx shijinda, which I believe already we're off to a good start. Um, and it says apparently in 2020, uh, towards the end of Chinese New Year's, Yibo flew to Beijing and Google went to the airport to pick him up and they were caught on camera and it was spread a little bit, but then I guess it got bought or something. So I've certainly never seen videos of this before. Question mark. Um, Third one is just a general descriptor that Dee is someone who will always do tasks to the extreme. Like his attitude is he'll always do things till the end. So he's has that kind of passionate love for dancing and for motorcycles, racing, and for skateboarding, and that he won't easily give up on love, basically. Um, Fourth is, oh, it's referring to another set of rumors, which I honestly don't remember much of. It was another set of rumors that cpns referred to as A, AB rumors, which was posted on like a separate forum. And basically, I feel like from what I remember reading through those, anyway, the general gist of them was just like it was like conversations between Didi and other stuff like that, basically just kind of indicating that Shujinda. And so this list of rumors is just saying 80% of those conversations were real, but the conversations like were not verbatim slash like had embellishments added in, which okay. um, Fifth one is a little sad. It just says that as celebrities, their lives are pretty chaotic and they don't have a lot of like day-to-day time to relax and they don't have a lot of time off. Number 6 says only the two of them know who confessed to who first, but for the both of them, they treat the other one as someone special. And the number 7 says they got together while they were filming. So during 2018 while they were filming. I know there's different rumors slash cpns about that timeline. Number 8 says unsure whether or not they were ever off and on or whether they ever broke up in the middle. Number 9, just again, they're busy 24/7. Um, Number 10 I hate I hate the use of acronyms in cpano. This one is just referring to something with an acronym, and I don't know what it is. It says JZCH is a team of people slash is definitely someone within the industry.
From what?
I don't know what JZCH is. I'm sorry.
JZCH.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the rest of the sentence?
It just says that it's a team, and they're definitely insiders.
JZCH.
Yeah, I don't know what JZCH is.
I'm trying to think.
This popped up. I ignored it.
Probably
So
filming.
for number 2, huh? I spoke over someone just now.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. The Jay-Z should be for filming staff or filming group.
Oh, 剧组
And what's CH 剧组什么？
剧组是 it's not 瓜
JZCH. When I heard JZCH, my thought for CH was super topic,
剧组超
but
话
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I will make a note of this and perhaps investigate it further. Number 11, our favorite 2D foul. It says, Booyah is not drawn by Gugu, but the author is possibly someone that knows someone that works at Xiaozhen Studio. Which I could believe that. I don't think I ever really believed that Gugu was the one personally drawing the Booyah Boji comics.
I didn't either. I always thought it was a friend or someone he knows.
Next one. Okay, it's just something useless saying that they don't know what their private accounts are. I think it's referring to their WeChat accounts. That they have like work WeChat accounts, where most of the time they help promote stuff for their friends, and then this person doesn't know what their private WeChat accounts are, which is a good thing. I'm glad it's not known. 14 just says their current relationship is very stable. 15, I think, is something that was specific to when it was written, which just says Didi went to Beijing to go meet Gugu. And 15 says in private, the two of them will often video call, which I believe. Number 16 says regarding their parents, Didi's parents were not opposed, and then this person had heard that originally at the beginning, Gugu's parents were not like super happy, but then later on were not opposed anymore. 17 says both of them in the past both had, okay, I don't know how to interpret this. It says both of them in the past had girlfriends posted, question mark. It's not T. I honestly have no idea what that means. I don't even know who T would supposedly be. There's that one girl that Yibo always has like dating rumors with that pop up like once a year.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. 18 says it's not the case that they're half public, half out within the industry. However, they are like so even though they're not like super obvious about it, they also don't take extreme steps to like avoid suspicion, which I think is reasonable. Number 19 says when the two of them attend events, some of the things like accessories and clothing that they wear are provided to them by stylists, but some of them are their personal items. So if accessories and stuff show up with high frequency, then usually it's items that they themselves own. And if the item only shows up like once, it's probably from the stylist. So, bow necklace, not from a stylist.
Obviously.
So number 20 says if Sejong fans happen to get anything on camera, their companies will pay half the money and then they themselves will pay the other half to buy the material off of the Sejong fans. 21 just says a couple of times they were caught on camera kissing, but very quickly it was like suppressed and the pictures were bought. 22 is just saying that their hotel rooms are inspected very carefully, / they would always have the curtains drawn, which makes sense. 23 is a repeat of them video calling really frequently. 24 confirms that they have indeed bought a house together.
Beijing mission, let's go.
25 says they're probably referring to Yibo, that he has a contract with Day Up and it's for 3 years? Question mark? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just saying that he renewed his contract with Day Up. Number 26. I'm not super sure how to interpret actually. I think it means that currently when Google DD are in their filming crews, they aren't super interactive with the other people. 27 says they originally planned to film the tree jumping scene, but then later it just ended up not happening. Sad face. 28 says it's true that Xiaozhan wanted to kind of like get out of character and deleted Yibo's contact method, but it was just to get out of character, not a breakup. So I guess this is referring to maybe the Japan trip, which once again reminds me of Yibo wearing an I miss you hat for the entire week as Xiaozhan was in Japan. So number 29, relating to what I just said about cutting off contact, Xiaozhan changed his phone numbers. So within a wait, let me parse this next sentence. Oh, Gugu changed his phone number, and within a 2-month period of time, they didn't have any contact and didn't meet each other. Didi asked a bunch of people in the film crew to ask for the new number. And then they're not clear later on how they got back into contact, but they can confirm that 2 of them later on were continuously in contact together and like spent their birthdays together. 30 says Gugu's Japan trip in 2018. There was also two of his friends that are non-famous that went with him.
Huiga. Maybe.
Maybe. I was also thinking about Huiga. I just added Steph as a speaker.
You can?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to say 2 months though. It doesn't add up. Does it?
That's true. I was
Because
thinking about that.
Sheldon's birthday, like
month and a week later.
So it might not be referring to the Japan trip then. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps.
And also these are all fake rumors
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
so
sure. No, but I was thinking if it were that about that, then it doesn't make sense because yeah, it was like a month and a week later.
OP just rounded off to make it dramatic. 2 months.
maybe. What else? Um, next one says, when the Oath of Love kiss scene went on Hot Search, Didi was in the Head and Shoulders
Live stream.
I think Head and Shoulders live stream in the makeup room for that, and he disappeared into the makeup room for 20 minutes,
I've seen this room.
and it was obvious that he was jealous. 33 I think refers to both of them using some sort of running app together? Question mark. Paul Nan, it's like running, literally translates as Running Man. I'm actually not sure what that's referring to. 34 and 35 kind of are the same thing. Basically, their companies know but won't interfere. 36, I've seen this rumor before. It says Yin Zheng went to visit the Oath of Love set and to visit Xiaozhan, and Xiaozhan's phone at that time was a gift from Yibo. I've seen the like CPN post about this before, I think.
Same.
Mm-hmm. 37 makes me sigh a little. It says, right, Gaga later on has really good resources, but not a lot of the money makes its way to him. Not like less than 30% of the profits goes to him.
Wow, GG, wow. Blah. I hate that
I want to
company.
fight someone.
I'm gonna fight from the Oh.
38 is very vague. It just says the two of them has an article of clothing that the two of them wear very frequently. Is this referring to the like knockoff epidemic pants?
I thought of socks. I
Oh,
was like, what do you wear
socks?
frequently? Socks. I guess I think you might be right. The pants.
Or like the like olive pants with the pockets. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing like photos analysis of like a crease in the pants being in the same place.
Yes. These pants.
39 says Yibo didn't specifically audition for Lan Wangji because of Xiaozhan, which I believe. I mean, just in general, like it could have just been a good opportunity for him. 40, I think is just kind of fact that before Chen Jingling aired, the two of them were just like very mildly well known outside of their circles. 41 is just says like there is a lot of like fate / superstitious stuff around the two of them. You know, the whole like 95% fated compatibility that a lot of C fans believe in. Number 42. I guess it also just makes sense. It says within the industry, uh, it they're all pretty like impressed / like admire their work together for Chen Qingling, and that it made a lot of money for a lot of people, which makes sense. 43 just says what they wear to rehearsals are usually their like private or like clothing that they own. 44 is a lot of times what Didi wears is like his own private outfits that he picks and not stylists. 45, I think, referring to when they were filming, when Xiaozhen was wearing the red robes. You know, the one,
Yeah.
the one where it's like he's all in red. Didi went and measured the circumference of his waist while he was in those robes.
Like unprompted? Just for his
There
own.
is no further context here.
Like, just, oh my god.
Mm. Next one says, regarding rings, the two of them are very romantic.
Like,
okay. These rumors are all like mixed together, and there's like no timestamp for when they were compiled. So I don't know. This next one seems like it was from the end of last year, though. It says for Tencent Awards, they met up backstage, and Yibo went and stayed for quite a long time in Xiaozhen's rest break room. 49. It just says the picture that Xiaozhen deleted immediately from Oasis wasn't because it was a gift from Yibo, but because it conflicted with another brand that Gogo endorsed. I don't know what this is referring to. It can't be anything recent, I feel like.
wait. I missed it, so I don't remember seeing what it... But am I thinking of the right thing? I'm trying to...
It doesn't specify what the picture was, which is very
I don't
frustrating.
know if I'm making this up. I swear like he posted something and then deleted it immediately and I never saw it. Am I confusing? I'm like, what if I dreamt this? Well, I don't know.
Number 50 is Double 11 Sadness. Originally, it was supposed to be Yibo introducing Gaga to go on stage, but then later on, because of timing conflicts, slash conflicts in the schedule, they had to remove it.
And they didn't tell him.
Big sad.
Well, I think the rumor says they did tell him and then he forgot. Still, it's sad. Anyways.
Next one says, privately, Xiaozhen's temper isn't bad, and the two of them don't fight super intensely, and the two of them also are always super polite to their staff members. 54 says Xiaozhen's personality is very strong, and he's very decisive about things that touch his baseline. Next one. Oh, just once again, why are people so obsessed with this rumor that Xiaozhen leans on Yibo when he's tired to rest? This is the third time it's popped up.
Give me the pictures then, if you're so obsessed with it.
Maybe people are obsessed with this because we mostly only have picture/video of Yibo leaning on Xiaozhen, not the other way around.
True.
Hi.
Hello, UK.
Hello, UK.
Happy anniversary.
Yay.
Happy anniversary.
Also, I wanted to join to talk about that rumor about something being deleted right away.
Oh, yes, please.
Wait, can you repeat it again?
It was, Xiaozhen posted something on Oasis and deleted it immediately. Use your big brain.
Well, I was just gonna say like the only thing that I remembered about like posting and deleting right away was like the pillow, but like that has nothing to do with like conflicting.
Brands.
Like conflicting brands. So I was like, what could it be then?
And he didn't really delete that right away. It was like up for a bit and then people got mad about it and that's when he deleted it.
Isn't it deleting right away?
I thought deleting right away was him posting it being like, oh shit, I wasn't meant to post that. Deletes like within seconds.
Yeah, the phrase the rumor used was 秒删, which means it deleted it in a second.
Oh. So, yeah, then I know nothing then. I just
I mean,
remember that the pillow moment.
Yeah. I just have a like really vague memory of getting a notification that he posted, but I didn't see it, like it was gone. But I'm like worried I dreamt this, so I don't know if it's actually true.
I don't think there's anything in 2020 that was sus.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry for
that's pretty
interrupting.
much. Oh no, that's pretty much it for this list of rumors. I
That was it?
have another.
Another one.
Another one.
I'm just now
Another
realizing
one.
like how long these lists of rumors are. If people are getting bored, let me know.
We're
This
just passing
next
time
one,
until they post something on Weibo.
yeah,
I'm
just
worried they're
scream
gonna
at
post
me.
at 8 p.m. because that's when Chenjiling aired. 8 p.m. is so far away.
Oh,
I hope I'm wrong though, but
Oh,
like
if they post at their nighttime in China, then it'll be like our morning, like Yichen and I.
yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
um,
You can keep going with this
all
next
right,
list.
I will keep going. I'll skip over any like repeats, I guess. First one. Oh, I think this is referring to that super flashy ring. We've talked about this in a previous live. The super flashy ring Xiaozhan wore on our song. It says that was bought by Yibo, and in fact, he was caught on camera. Question mark? I've definitely never seen any like shady videos or pics of this. But anyway, it just says Xiaozhan wore it onto a show for once, and the ring. It's funny. The rumor says the ring can only be described with one thing, which is expensive, very expensive. Which, yeah, that ring was pretty flashy. Mm. This next one says Yibo's like work, uh, like not attitude, but like his like energy levels and stuff at work is influenced by Xiaozhan. So like I guess meaning like if Xiaozhan calls him or something, he'll be happier slash be more energetic. Um, Also again just saying they video call really frequently. Next one says all the Tianjin Xiangshang brothers know about them and they are very protective of Yibo and Xiaozhan, and especially Da Lao Shi knows a lot about them. I would believe.
I believe so much.
Mm-hmm. Um, the next one makes me a little sad, which says when there's a possibility of them showing up in the same frame, for example, like Weibo night or Tencent night, they have to like be xian, which means avoid suspicion or like basically not interact. Because even though both of their companies know, they basically have to like not be obvious about it.
But it's more
So
obvious when they don't interact. Like
yeah, I think this one was written because after Weibo night, actually now I'm not sure if this was after Weibo night last year or this year. It was just saying like for all the CP fans that felt like glass-hearted afterwards, or like wake up, they have to avoid suspicion. Um, Next one is just confirming that after Tencent, oh, this must be from last year then, after Tencent, or God, last year, after Tencent, they ate together and then went to the same hotel, and then the next day, Xiaozhen posted the pastries picture on Oasis. Last year, Yibo went to Chongqing with Xiaozhan, and they were spotted at the airport, but they weren't at the airport at the same time. Wow, I've actually never heard it like, even in fake rumors, I don't think I've ever heard anyone else say like, oh, it's confirmed that Yibo went to Chongqing.
I haven't either.
Interesting. Yeah, just another another disclaimer to listen to all of this like it's fake. Um 12, which okay, says when Xiaozhan was filming Oath of Love, Yibo went really frequently to visit the set. Some highlights 是真的。um, this one just says Yibo doesn't really care about the staff members around him, like finding stuff out, and doesn't go out of his way to like avoid suspicion.
It's why he's always
Like, in
talking like on
circles.
speakerphone in the rumors. Because he's like, no one's gonna believe him anyway.
Oh, this one I think I've seen this rumor somewhere else before, which is Yibo was at the airport, scrolling through his phone, and Moto Jieje fan site caught a picture of him going through reading through a CP fan's like analysis post, and then later on he had to add on a protective screen cover so that his screen can't be seen. Other stuff in this list I think are pretty repetitive / like known truths. This one says, don't underestimate Xiaozhan. He really likes to like surf the internet, and it's very likely that he's like seen all of the big like cpns and candies that CP fans
I think
talk
so, because he
about.
has like so many memes. I feel like he's very
Has to get the memes from somewhere.
he likes being on Weibo. Like, you know how sometimes after he posts like an ad or something, and then he's on Weibo for like 10-20 minutes after, like just he's scrolling through the hot search to see what's up.
Every time that happens, like every time they stay online after they post one of their ads, I'm just like super scared that they forgot to switch accounts and forgot to switch to their alt, and I'm super scared of them accidentally, I don't know, liking some post from the super topic or whatever.
Or like Ufa.
Next one I think is pretty believable / self-evident, that the two of them have a very unique sense of humor, and a lot of times the director / other actors on the crew just like does not get what's funny, and it's just the two of them laughing at each other.
They're soulmates.
Wang Yibo's phone has a lot of Xiaozhan pictures stored in it.
Obviously.
I believe that. Next one just says Yibo listens to what Xiaozhan says a lot, like he'll like follow after what Xiaozhan says. Oh, this one says at the Thailand, the concert in Thailand, both Yibo and Xiaozhan ended up crying.
No.
I think there's some pictures where like you can see their eyes are watery.
Yeah.
Or at least I remember seeing one picture where you can see Xiaozhan's eyes are watery. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this list of rumors. And then, okay, maybe one final list of rumors to wrap up the night. There are so many. This was like back when the super topic just exploded, and so any post I saw where there was a bunch of like pictures with very dense text, I just saved it and was like, I'll save it and then read it later. and I think I ended up not reading most of them. So slowly flipping through them now. This one is, so there was that like original list of 49 rumors, and then this is the new list of 49 rumors, which I think I first saw floating around sometime at the end of last year, I want to say, or maybe early this year. Anyway, I've definitely seen it translated on Twitter before, I think.
I think I know which one
But
you're
yeah.
talking about then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, just for funsies, can read through it. First one says, in Hengdian, Yibo sent a lot of packages over to Wuxi, which is where Oath of Love crew was.
I believe it. Also, even now, sometimes you can see like, I remember when Ibo was filming Luoyang, and then right now with Xiaozhan filming what's it called, the longest promise or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they receive a lot of packages. So
This one just like adds a little more detail, and it says, so later that invoice or I don't know, receipt or something of Yibo sending that package to Xiaozhan in Wuxi. That invoice was in was on some box that Xiaozhan was using when he was packing up after he finished filming, and that it was caught on camera and there were pictures. And this person's like, basically like, I promise this is true. People that like follow around the Hongdian film sites all know about it. Which I didn't know about this, but I believe it. I guess more recently, I did see like shadily sourced pictures of when Yibo was moving out of Hongdian after he finished filming Luoyang. There were Kai Xiaozao boxes outside, like with some of his stuff inside of it. So I don't know. I believe that there are shady pictures out there showing this. This next one, when he was filming Oath of Love, someone asked Xiaozhan if he had a girlfriend, and Yang directly asked in front of the crew slash the other actors. She asked Xiaozhan, "Do you have a girlfriend? What's your relationship with Wang Yibo?" Okay, this one I think I've also seen floating around in various forums. It says originally Yibo had planned to wait backstage for Xiaozhan backstage at the Tencent Awards and then leave together. But then later there were too many like staff slash crew members walking around, so Yibo went to wait in the car, and then later when they reached the it says Xiaoqu, which I think means like residential area. Xiaozhan got off the car first, and then Yibo drove the car around in another circle, and then parked the car and went home.
wait, after
think this-
Tencent Awards.
I think this must be 2019 Tencent Awards.
Wait, Tencent Awards is the night where you would like skateboards off, and then Xiaozhan leaves after, right?
I think so.
Because that rumor says they're in the same car, but I remember like the rumor of
They were in different
the
cars.
sonos being like, whose car is that following the other one? And then like the other group of sonos is like, that's ours, not ours, but like I think it was like.
Oh, the Chinese isn't super clear, but it could also, I mean, like grammatically, it's unclear, but it could also be separate cars. Like it never specifies that they got into the same car. It just says A, Yibo waited in his car, and then B, when they reached the residential area, Xiaozhan got off the car first,
Okay.
and then C, Yibo drove the car around in a circle another time before getting off and going home. But it was just all in one sentence, so it's just vague and unclear. 4 says, at Tencent Awards, everyone joked with Yibo that if he had to, okay, the grammar's a bit weird here. People joked with him saying, like, basically, like, what if Tencent directly told him, oh, you have to choose one between dancing versus getting married with Xiaozhan on the spot. And then he didn't actually object to getting married on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it says Tencent Awards originally, they were supposed to be on the stage together, and then they were originally also supposed to sit together only before they went up to get the awards, and then but Tencent didn't make any like special requirements. So originally, Xiaozhan's team had already wanted to avoid more like CP related stuff / being in the same frame for a while, but that day Xiaozhan suddenly decided to go sit next to Yibo, and then they chatted for a long time. So this is Tencent 2019. And then this is another like sending off a package rumor. It says when Yibo was in Shanghai, he used his own name to rent something, question mark. But basically this thing was from Shanghai to Wuxi, and again that's where Xiaozhan was filming. Next one says when Yibo was filming You Fei, or Legend of Fei, whenever he wasn't filming, he was either playing on his skateboard or he was video calling and chatting on his phone. And one time a fan, and when he was chatting with some fans / a oh god, the English is slipping my mind. The background actors. My mind just forgot how to English. What's the phrase for background actors?
What are you
Definitely
trying to
not
say?
background actors. I'm trying to find the English term for
Extras.
extras. Yes, thank you. I was like, background actors is definitely not the right phrase. Okay. It says when Yibo was chatting with some extras and fans, one of the extras said that Yibo, I guess it's not, Chinese grammar is so hard to parse in real time. When I guess this person, whoever is writing the rumor, was chatting with some fans and a extra that they were pretty close with, that extra said that Yibo was always talking to someone he called Zhangge on the phone. This one probably from when they were filming. When they were filming in the cave, I assume the Shenwu cave, the cell signal wasn't very good. So Yibo couldn't play his video games in there. So when he went outside to get better signal, Xiaozhan would go out with him together. This one. Nervous laughter. Yibo and Xiaozhan currently are in the same residential area / like same apartment complex in Beijing. And Yibo bought a house in another residential area closer to the Hunan station.
Wasn't that proved right recently with that whole lawsuit?
Yeah, I was avoiding trying to talk
Oh,
about
sorry.
that. Maybe just because of, the private details it involves. But yes, previously in late December, this is another packages room. In late December, one of Yibo's bodyguards went downstairs to receive a bunch of different packages for Yibo, and those packages were mailed over from Beijing. And then another related to packages, when Yibo was resting during filming. When he had a period of rest time, he went back to his hotel and then very quickly returned to the film set from the hotel. And then that day, he sent off a pair of the new Nike shoes and also displayed the new Nike shoes on some app, so on Oasis. But then a few days later, Yibo was spotted wearing those Nike shoes in Changsha. I guess. Okay, so this is basically saying Yibo had 2 pairs of the Nike shoes. He mailed one off, and then he wore the other one himself. I feel like this must be referring to the one that like Xiaozhen ended up wearing for 10 cents.
Yeah, 10
I
cents.
want to say. So not the one from last year, but from the year before. Oh god, I just suddenly had like war flashbacks to people doing like trigonometry to try to see if the 2 pairs of shoes people posted were the same shoe size. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Why does this fandom always go back to like math for me? This one is from when Chen Qingling finished filming in Guizhou. They had a celebratory dinner, and then afterwards, Xiaozhan got drunk, and it was Yibo that took Xiaozhan back to his room. ... This one says, at the end of December, Xiaozhan was bitten by a dog, and then that night, Yibo didn't go back to his hotel, and Sishun fans also didn't find him. And then the next day in the morning, he appeared at his film set with really bad dark circles. And then later on, the driver said that day they drove overnight to Shanghai. Okay, this one says in mid-August, when everyone thought that the 2 of them went to watch a concert together, they actually didn't, but the 2 of them did go out and meet up and were spotted by some Sishun fans. And that day, the 2 of them were also in pretty good moods and gave away autographs. What? Okay, I'm actually confused about this one, / I don't believe it, because I don't think they would give away autographs to like Sishuns following them.
No way.
Yeah, no way. Skiing, question mark. Originally they planned to go skiing at the end of July, and then from the very beginning, Yibo wanted to, I think this was for some show. Yibo from the beginning insisted on taking Xiaozhan with him, and Yibo directly contacted Xiaozhan to plan this and didn't even let the show to go negotiate. And then later Xiaozhan, so this must be a rumor from mid 2019. Later Xiaozhan, when they visited Sina together during the interview, he suddenly mentioned skiing and even said that he hoped his team would give him the opportunity to go skiing. But then later on, Xiaozhan, because he had to go film Oath of Love, wasn't able to attend, and then Wang Yibo also wasn't willing to go anymore, so then the show never came to fruition. Wow, we could have had a skiing variety show.
I still have faith. We will get it one day.
Maybe like for the Winter Olympics. It would be so perfect. Both of them are like involved with like promoting the Winter Olympics.
Really side eye September since they keep queuing 9.
This one, Yibo secretly went to visit Xiaozhan on set. Xiaozhan had something that he forgot to grab, so a staff member of a costume staff member went to find what he needed, and then when they went, they saw Wang Yibo inside of Xiaozhan's car. Yeah, this is one of the ones where I'm like question mark fan fiction. Oh, this is just, there are so many of these rumors of them being spotted and then the pictures slash evidence being bought. So this is just another variant of that where it says October 14th and 15th. Very specific. Yibo went to Wuxi to visit Xiaozhen and was spotted by UC Paps, and then they bought the pictures off of the Paps together. And then originally Xiaozhen wasn't going to attend Weibo night, but Yibo decided in advance that he would go. So then later, a couple days later, Xiaozhen also decided to go to Weibo night. And for the Nanjing concert, when the two of them were backstage, the entire time they were talking to each other basically, and Yibo also like leaned in really close to Xiaozhen's ear to say something to him, and that was like in front of the other crew members. I think we just have videos of this. Like we have videos for a rehearsal where they're both wearing masks and Yibo like leans in super close to talk to Xiaozhen. Okay, next one is just a general one. It just says when they were filming together, the vibe between them was difficult to describe, which, yeah, is how I would put it. Next one says Douyin, the company wanted the two of them to be promotional ambassadors and wanted them to do a same, how to translate this, like an opening screen ad where with the two of them together. And then presently only Yibo was accepting of more like CP related promotional stuff, and Xiaozhen was still debating about it. Okay, 22 says when Yibo was filming Legend of Faye, he was like watching his weight, and also he doesn't like to eat snacks, but he still very frequently received a lot of like snacks, like takeouts. It says takeout orders of snacks. So I think someone's sending it. It's unclear if it means it's someone sending it to him or if he's buying it for someone else. It's vague. Okay, it says on October 7th, 2018, again, very specific with the date, Yibo in his WeChat friend circle shared Xiaozhen's satisfied, and then also wrote basically like supporting Zhanlang. Supposedly, there's like clear screenshots of his WeChat friend circles floating around. So says the rumor. Just says when they were filming Ling, one time they had some sort of fight, and the atmosphere between them was like pretty awkward, and no one knew like why they fought. But then later, Yibo bought a bunch of snacks and drinks and like made up with Xiaozhen. This one says in July when the two of them went to Hunan to record, I guess either Happy Camp or Tiantian Xiangshang, Yibo brought Xiaozhen with him to meet all of the like higher ups of Hunan Station and introduced Xiaozhen to each of them saying, "This is my Gugu."
I've heard this one. I remember this rumor.
This rumor is so cute. I can definitely see him doing that. When he was filming some ad, when Xiaozhen was eating, he video called Yibo as he ate, and all of the staff members on set saw that. I think this one is referring to, can't tell if this one is referring to 2019. I feel like it must be 2019. It says when Xiaozhen, for Xiaozhen's birthday that year, originally, Yibo had gotten time off from filming, but then that night they ended up having to film more than previously planned, so then he wasn't able to take time off and had to video call Xiaozhen on set. And so Xiaozhen was a little disappointed and upset, and he didn't. Wait, I'm confused about the timeline here. It says he didn't respond to Yibo's post on Weibo. Wait, what? In 2019, did Xiaozhen not respond to Yibo's happy birthday post on Weibo?
He did. It was just
Yes, how could you not know this?
he did with
I
the.
forgot.
He was like, I slept and missed
The world.
He's like, yeah, I slept and missed the whole world, and then the picture he posted was the iron fist.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I skipped 3 important words, which it just said that Xiaozhen didn't respond to the post that night on Weibo.
Yeah, it was like in I forgot what I was gonna say. It wasn't right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess okay. So this rumor is like the backstory as to why he didn't respond right away. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch to my head. I don't know what happened. My first live space just crashed. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to come back in as listeners. I feel like my phone is just giving up. It's like I've heard enough fake rumors for the evening. Does anyone remember how many people were on the previous live space? I don't know how long to wait.
Like 40? I remember maybe more than that.
My phone is just tired of me talking, I guess. Okay, I'll give it like 1 more minute. We are halfway through this list of rumors. Okay, I think people have stopped rejoining, so I will just continue. I forgot the last one I say. Oh, it says Yibo was on the plane flipping through his conversations, I think. And a lot of times in Chinese apps, especially WeChat, people will send not phone messages. What is English? Voice messages. So he accidentally played one of them on speaker, and it was Xiaozhen's voice. And then on that plane, there was no like internet or anything. So even though people on the plane with him at that time were able to hear it, his assistants like inspected the people around them very in detail. So then no one was able to like get it on video or anything, which is a good thing. For the Thailand family concert, it's not clear. It says Xiaozhen's outfit with the hat was chosen by Yibo. Wait, Xiaozhen wore a hat?
It's
For one of his
you know
outfits?
the witch outfit, the witchy hat, the one at the Thailand fan meet. He's wearing a hat. It's like a wide black hat. You know the clip where he shushes the crowd and then someone shouts, Ibo
Yes.
Aija. Yeah,
Yes.
it's that outfit.
Okay, oh my god.
can
I
you
just
forget?
totally forgot. I just totally forgot he was wearing a hat. Listen, all that my brain remembers was his smile in that moment, not what he was
Okay,
wearing.
you're valid. It was a beautiful smile. I love the outfits. I always remember the hat.
Okay, well, supposedly, according to this rumor, Yibo was the one that picked it. And then for the Thailand concert, they used the same, like, changing room. It says when Ling was being broadcasted, once when Yibo was waiting for his flight, he was looking at bjyx behind the scenes videos, and supposedly this was posted onto Weibo by the fans that were following him at the airport, which I don't think I've ever seen a video of this.
Me neither.
The only one I remember is, I think it was when he was filming 天天向上, and there was like a shot of his phone screen where...
Yeah, that was from Dalaosh's studio Weibo.
Okay, and he was watching, that wasn't behind the scenes though, he was just watching, it was just like a scene from
Yeah,
The
it was,
Untamed.
but like this was before it aired, so he was just like this was during 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was just watching it was the scene from episode 2, the flute scene.
Yeah.
So the wrist grab. The wrist grab
God.
scene. That was
It's still insane to me. It's still insane to me that people managed to figure out like exactly what scene it was. Slash, like, from just that shot of his phone, people were able to make the connection with Ling.
Yeah.
Oh, this one there's a shady audio of, it's when Yibo and Xiaozhan and the Teenage Xiangshang brothers went to karaoke together. It's just saying that besides the Teenage Xiangshang brothers, the only other person there was Xiaozhan. And when Xiaozhan was singing 知足, what is the English title? Oh my gosh. It's not satisfied. Satisfied is 满足. My brain is like breaking down on me. What is 知足 in English? Contentment? To know contentment? Okay, I don't know the actual like English title of this song. When Xiaozhan was singing, originally he was standing next to Yibo, and Yibo pulled Xiaozhan to get him to sit down. Oh, I guess I was thinking of the shady audio from the karaoke where you could hear someone tell Yibo to sit down. I guess the rumor is a little bit different. 33. Okay, I kind of side-eye. It says, once in front of many like crew members, Wang Yibo called Xiaozhan Bao, which is like baby, like it's like a pet name, and a lot of the staff members around them were like very shook, which I'd be shook too if that was true. 34, I think I definitely don't believe this one. It says Yibo gifted a dog to Xiaozhan, and when the two of them are in Beijing, they'll like raise the dog together. Which, I don't know. I know like many variants of this dog rumor has been floating around, but I just don't believe it. Like it just feels very irresponsible.
Also, Ebot recently said that he didn't have one.
Oh, really?
Didn't he? I remember him saying that.
Oh, was this like on the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, these are fake rumors. Okay, so this one is for another same airport occasion for Guizhou. After Yibo changed his flight, Xiaozhan also changed his, and then he switched seats with Wang Yibo's assistant. And then on the plane, he even helped Yibo ask for like a blanket, and then Yibo also brought a lot of snacks for Xiaozhan. And then this one, I think is known by now, which is they went out to eat together a lot when they were filming The Untamed. This one is a repeat, just for Double 11. They were supposed to have a shared moment on stage together. This one doesn't say when, but once when Yibor was getting off work, he was basically just like laughing a lot on the phone. And then the minute he got to the hotel's, the minute he got to the hotel, basically, he made himself like stop laughing. And then when he hung up the call, people waiting for him at the hotel were able to see on his phone screen that the name was Jen. It says a lot of people got video of that moment, but the Jen character on his phone screen wasn't visible. Okay, it says earlier at the end of July, Yibo was spotted skateboarding in just like one specific residential area, and he was bumped into like basically at midnight by a couple of people. Oh, you know what? I think I've seen the origins of this rumor. Like the OP was just someone that was like not a fan, but a passerby, and they posted on Weibo saying that they were out walking like in that residential area with one of their friends, and they saw someone skateboarding and then like saw his face, and then that person like said to her friend like, "Oh my gosh, that guy looks a lot like Wang Yibo," and then he like heard and then like looked at her and then skateboarded away. I read the like
Wait,
origins of this rumor.
I didn't hear that one exactly, but I heard a very similar one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just her saying like, hey, isn't that Wayne was skateboarding? And then her friend was like, are you crazy? Like, why would Wayne be skating at this hour? That's the one I heard, but like basically the same thing.
Yeah, maybe I just like confused myself. That also sounds like what I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
okay,
so funny.
Yeah. And then okay, so this big rumor adds on to that, and it says actually that time he was seen skateboarding, it was because Xiaozhen had visited, and then in order to distract people, question mark, when those people bumped into Yiwo skateboarding, it was after he'd gone downstairs to send Xiaozhen off, and then I guess to like be a distraction, he went outside and skateboarded. I think that's what this rumor is trying to get across.
Yeah, the rumor I saw just said that he was like just taking Xiaozhan down because he was going somewhere. But the one I saw didn't really imply that he was skateboarding to be a distraction because it was pretty late at night. I think for me, he was just skateboarding because he wanted to at like 1 a.m. Just it was so funny.
Next one is another like both of them at the airport / on the same flight for Changsha. At the Changsha airport, it says solo fans saw that originally the two of them weren't sitting together. They were both at like window seats. But then later after they got onto the plane, Xiaozhen switched seats with whoever was originally supposed to sit next to Yibo, and then they ended up sitting together. And when they got off the plane, Xiaozhen left first, but said bye to Yibo before he left. Wait, I can't keep track of all of these, like, they were at the airport at the same time rumors. I know there's one that we have pictures of where there's like that Winnie the Pooh balloon in the background. Which airport was that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember the airport. I just knew they were flying back to
set together?
to set.
Okay,
And I
so
knew
then
that,
it
and
can't be Changsha.
I know on that flight that they were sitting next to each other.
But and that was he also like while he was holding his assistant was holding a bag of snacks. It was that flight, but there's like another one which I don't remember.
The Winnie the Pooh one, I think the one 2018.
Yeah,
Yeah, when they went for, was it?
the
I think it was the
bazaar.
yeah, the photo shoot.
Yeah, but like
And
where was it? Where was the photo shoot?
Like there's just so many versions of this rumor, but it's just like at different airports.
Wait, give me a second.
But I'm guessing it's not this one. This one says Changsha, so I don't know. This one is a during filming rumor. It just says when they were at the start of filming, when they were in Hongdian, their relationship was like just okay, and then they suddenly became really really close after they started filming in Guizhou, and it says Yibo's like style slash personality became like more similar to Xiaozhan, and he like especially listened to what Xiaozhan said, which I don't know. I feel like from watching the BTS, like even when they were filming in Hongdian, like basically after the first week, you could see that they got a lot closer. Okay, 42, 7 more. 42. When the two of them went on to Tianjin Xiangshang, at the very end they were eating the like kebabs, and then Yibo, because his throat wasn't the best, he can't eat a lot of like overly greasy, overly spicy foods. So then at that time, Xiaozhan kept telling Yibo to like eat less, like basically asking him to take care of his throat. 43. At the end of August, when he was doing an interview and said that he wanted to do like a police drama, basically. Okay, it's unclear who is the person saying they wanted to do a police drama. The next sentence just says Wang Yibo had already received the Being a Hero script and invitation and like casting invitation. And Xiaozhen, after knowing that Yibo was going to go act in another drama with another male lead, was upset for a while. And then later Yibo had to like video call him to apologize. Which I don't know if I believe this. It kind of seems like a really silly reason to get upset. Um 44 says both Xiaozhan and Yibo's uh alternate accounts on Weibo for a period of time followed the like bigger Bojing Michelle accounts, but then later because they were afraid of being found out, they unfollowed. 45, when during the X9 concert, Xiaozhan had a fight with his bandmates, and Yibo took time off from filming and went by high-speed rail to go spend Xiaozhan's birthday with him. And then they also went to karaoke together, and Shenlu was also there, but she left first, and Yibo left the second day at 5 a.m. Wow, these times are very specific. 46, Chen Qingling up until now still has a lot of BTS that hasn't been released. Um, a friend that works at Tencent, who works on editing BTS videos, has seen a picture of the two of them holding hands, but they're unwilling to release it. I wonder if this is within the realm of what fan sites bought from in terms of the BTS. Hand holding question mark? 47 says originally Xiaozhan didn't want to go on to produce. Wait, not produce. Trong.
Sean is produced.
Is that produced?
Yeah,
Wait,
Changsa.
does the time match? Because the next of this is saying, originally Xiaodan didn't want to go on, but then later he heard that Being a Hero was filming at the same spot that produced would film. So then Xiaodan agreed, but then later Being a Hero canceled their plans to film at that location, and Produce also canceled filming at that location. This doesn't seem to match
Why?
Produce. Wait, but what else could Trangsan be?
Changsan, right?
Yeah, Trong, like the Produce Trong,
Trong,
and
and
then
then
Sen as in 3.
3 is the first season last year, and it did film around the same time as Being a Hero.
But
And
was Xiaodan
there
on it?
no, but there were at the end of 2019, there were rumors that he was going to be a mentor on it.
Mm.
Is that what caused this rumor? That's really weird.
I don't know, because for this one it says that he accepted and he was gonna be on it. But then later the filming locations changed. So I was confused because I was like, I don't think Xiaodan went on to this show.
No, I watched the whole season. He didn't go on the show, but yeah, just before the show, there were rumors he was going to be like either a mentor or as like PD. But then obviously he wasn't.
Okay,
Like,
well
how
maybe the
were they
film
feeling
site
it?
changes. Maybe the film sites changed and he was like, never mind, I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah, like
Okay, I think another variant of a rumor previously read, it says Yibo at the airport was scrolling through the Bojing Xiao super topic and a lot of fan sites captured it on camera. So then later the fan sites went to talk to his manager to say hey, this is an issue, and then Yibo switched his phone protective screen. And then 49, this one says Xiaozhan, once again reaffirming that Xiaozhan really likes surfing the internet, and he pretty much knows all the recent trends online, and he even uses Bilibili and Lofter to look at fan vids and writers, which I can't imagine Xiaozhan reading fanfic. I don't think I want to imagine it. But yeah, that was the last of the rumors I have prepared for today. It is also pretty late, so unless there's any additional comments, contributions, or if anyone else has a fake rumor that they want to share, we can call this a night, a wrap.
Sorry, I do have some. I think from last related to them being seen having food from the brands they endorse. Last I think during SDC there was a photo where Ibo and his team were seen with cups of Luckin coffee in their practice room. And then there was also this one rumor with where Motos asked, I think Lele, if he'd already eaten because they were bringing food for Ibo's team, and Lele said they already ate and they had boxes, I think, of Kai Shao Zhao with them.
Oh, I haven't heard that rumor before. That's so cute though. I feel like in general there was a lot of SDC rumors.
Hey, I don't have any rumor to contribute, but since you were talking so much about the BTS, now that By Your Side is on Twitter, wouldn't it be so awesome if we can convince them to join the space?
Well, I don't know if they would be able to speak English, so
Oh,
I don't know
I
how
know. It's just now that you guys are on Twitter, maybe join the space so we can ask them about the existence of certain BTS, that we're so curious about. Yeah,
Like just confirm or deny if
exactly.
you have A, hand-holding BTS, B,
Yeah,
piggyback seeing BTS, or C, tree jumping seeing BTS. I think that's like my three BTS asks.
I totally agree. Yeah, those are on my top 3 list as well. Yeah, but
Cool. So yeah, I guess just to be on the safe side, ending with another disclaimer that all of the rumors I read above are like fake rumors. Take with many, 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 many handfuls of salt. Just treat it like small snippets of fanfic or whatever. Um, but yeah, other than that, thanks for hanging out together. Thanks for chatting with me, and happy second anniversary of Chi Ling's broadcast.